Lisa, bam, I know. I tell you what, though, come next week we play the Dallas Cowboys. I bet I know somebody who won't be late. Woo! Countdown. It's almost time. Fam, I mean, Big Show, I'm telling you, man, it's bad for you today, fam. You know what? Let me go down through the injury report. So first, defensive tackle D Buck missed his second consecutive practice with a toe injury. Actually, and according to reports, however, there's optimism the injury is not serious, and D Buck could return to practice as soon as this weekend. The 49ers have used extreme caution with all their players, as you probably know. Don't let these injuries linger. Don't let them go on and on. The sports science team is on the job here. They'll let the 49ers know what they're supposed to be doing in the case of these little injuries. Buckner spent Friday session running and doing conditioning drills. That was earlier today. Also, Dee Ford also missed practice after being limited yesterday with knee tendonitis. As you already know, the team had no formal update on his status. Richard Sherman didn't participate in full team drills during the second half of practice today. The team did not list him with any injuries, however. You see these key people out? Could that have anything to do with the huge success of the offense? Okay, we'll see when these guys get back. If they still look like they're doing good, I have a feeling, it's like I've always said, the pass rush is the heart and soul of any defense. If you don't have one, you can get the prime time secondary all you like. You get your ass whooped. Actually, Witherspoon left practice during individual drills with what the team tabbed a glute injury. He was seen after practice without a noticeable limp, though, so he's okay. His biggest problem is Verrett. Verrett, Greg Maben, and Emmanuel Mosley filled in for Sherman Witherspoon with the starters during the second half of practice. And Garrett Selleck has continued his conditioning while on the physically unable to perform list, otherwise known as the PUP list, following back surgery that he had back in May. He had the procedure to remove part of a herniated disc. It was Selleck's second back surgery since 2014. That's not good, and is expected to begin the season on the active, physically unable to perform list. Why do I keep saying the whole word? It's a PUP, right? Everybody knows what the PUP is, which prevents him from playing during the first 6 weeks of the season. But the 49ers have their bye week in week 4, which means any player who starts the season on the PUP would only miss 5 games instead of the normal 6. Let's jump right into the meat, potatoes, and throw some gravy on it about today. The 49ers, Jimmy G enjoyed another great day of success against the Niners D. But yes, it's been said a plenty when the Cats are away, Deforest, Buckner, and Dee Ford, in this case, Richie Sherman, the Mikes will play Jimmy Garoppolo and his merry men of offense. A lot of people are going to say that. I already know it's coming. Oh, man, the only reason they did all that is because we had guys out on the defense. Listen, as I've always said, too, since this is all, defense is already being stimulated, I said, listen, I've got to tell you right now, the 49ers are not going to ride up into too many teams that got a defense that look like the 49ers frontline D. So with that being said, all Jimmy needs is a split second more to throw the ball. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking common sense here, rationale and logic. I ain't playing. Oh, there's that name again. Kendrick Bourne enjoyed another great day, and he appears to be building momentum. Trent Taylor continued to demonstrate that the 2018 season is in the rearview mirror as he pulls away from anything resembling last year's misery. And Jason Verrett saw action with the first unit today. The details on this day 6 of TC 2019 are like this. Coach Shanahan's passing offense may have been questionable Tuesday, as you know, as Jimmy G completed just 5 of 14 attempts as the offense suffered, sputtered, and basically stunk. But again, it's typical early training camp for this to be the case. It's not unusual for the defense to dominate early on in training camp. Usually offense is just getting installed and getting in rhythm, getting in sync. And so the defense can take advantage of all of that while that's taking place. But it appears that very much in sync look may not be far off for the 49ers, especially the offense. The offense was even smoother today. Jimmy G was so sharp today for the majority of practice that I even noticed I looked over, Grant Cole was praising Jimmy G. I said, oh my God, no! Are you, what? Grant had nothing but good things to say about G. I said, good God. Oh, I wish I could have been out there to see this. And if anything, I want to sit right next to Grant and just check him out and see his reactions. Because Grant, they make one mistake. Grant just writes them up like they're the sorriest team in the league and never will get no better and trade everybody on the offense. All right? So Grant gave him a nod with praises about he looked like he was in charge. He's making good, quick decisions. All of that good stuff. Jimmy was knocking down shots to the tune of 5 or 7 to start during the first portion of the team drills. There's that name again. Kendrick Bourne. Mrs. Bourne's baby boy made a diving catch over the middle on a throw between 2 defenders. Not 1, 2. He loves doing that, too. Kendrick said, get 3 over here, man. Let me see if I can get that done, too. Kendrick snatched that ball between 2 defenders. Immediately following that, simply played Trent Taylor. Zoomed in across the middle. Bam! Oh! He continues that strong showing throughout training camp. Hey, I got to tell you, pretty much the original Wrecking Crew in 2017, I think they're all coming back. I really do. Now, you can bring in new players. You got to bring in new. They got a few new players who are going to stay, of course. Most of the draftees are going to stay. All the draftees are going to stay. But keep in mind, however, D and Buck, as I say, we're in the locker room kicking back, sipping mint juleps, getting trained. Well, we're not in the South. They can't drink mint juleps. It's always my favorite drink. They were getting treatment, though. They were not on the field. Though Reserve D made 2 INTs, just a second and third during a full team drill since training camp began. Marcel Harris picked off Nick Mullins on a pass intended for Richie James Jr. Also near the end of practice, Reserve DB Tyree Robinson that we picked up from the Dallas Cowboys intercepted C.J. Oh, my Lord, Beathard on a tipped pass intended for rookie wideout Deebo Samuel. Oh, CJ, I can already hear. You know, I taps another 2 weeks. We'll see what it looks like in preseason games. I don't want to pick on him. I don't have anything against CJ. Wishing him nothing but luck. Well, the main event matchups of the day came up during individual drills. Nick Bosa went up against Mike McGlinchey in a one-on-one passing drill. The first drill was a stalemate. McGlinchey appeared to have Bosa blocked and locked up. Next clash, Bosa countered inside to get free, but McGlinchey recovered to get in front of Bosa before he could create a would-be sack. You know what's really good about that? Dee Ford and Bosa are going to be nothing but good for Mike McGlinchey because McGlinchey didn't get to train against these guys until game time and they would whoop his butt. Now, if you get good with McGlinchey and Bosa, there's pretty much nobody left in the league that you cannot deal with. And I mean that. I mean, I'm talking all of them. So McGlinchey's only issue is pass protection because that dude will run through an army getting downfield on that run block now. Oh, my God, get out the way, my boy's coming through. Woo! Bosa finally won the second rep, though, by beating Big Mike outside using his hands, Bosa with them techniques, boy, to shed his block and maintaining his balance on them tree trunk legs of his on his way to the QB. So, what do you call it, 1-1 stalemate? All right, I'm good with that. Overall, though, Bosa's work has been limited throughout camp to keep Bosa fresh and healthy because, everybody's just waiting for him to go down with an injury so he can start saying, see, that's why we didn't want to draft him. Look, he's already hurt. Oh, stop and wait. Stop and wait. It's clear Nick Bosa is not going to hear the word bust this year. Just about every time he's on the field, he shows that Chris Kasurik has got him a demon on his unit. And about Jason Verrett, JV saw his first time with the 1's since being activated following last summer's Achilles injury because of Ahkello Witherspoon's injury early during the workout. Verrett's play of the day came against Keese, of all people. Keese runs a curl right. Verrett played off because of Goodwin's deep speed, and he had plenty of respect for that. Said, "Oh, you ain't smoking me out here in front of all these people." He steps back, but he recovered nicely, timed his move to the break at the top of the route. Now, I don't know how he was. This is what amazed me about Verrett. He's really brilliant out there. He's always going to think. Now, granted, he knows Keese. So he knows, don't be playing up on nobody like that. 4-3, man, you ain't see nothing but his exhaust if you stand right up on him. He's going to leave you right there. But he nicely timed his move to the break at the top of the route and did a good job in disrupting Keese as the pass was coming in. Spoon, work hard, fam. The ball fell incomplete next to the D-line, and a party broke out on the defensive line. Side of the field. They was over there, celebrate one time. Come on. There's a party going on right here. Jason Verrett just stopped the mighty keys. Let's go get silly out there, boy. The competition for the starting quarterback job opposite Richard Sherman has not been decided. Verrett is early in his return, and keep in mind, JV's only played in 5 games the past 3 seasons and is focusing on regaining confidence in his legs before even thinking about taking anybody's job. But look at that. He's been off that length of time, and he's still out there making heads-up plays. Woo, man. He'll be competing with Witherspoon, so Ahkello, man, work hard, baby boy. The 49ers did some red zone work for the second consecutive day. G got stymied only once because he likely would have been stopped at the goal line with a linebacker and a DB in front of him. And because it's hands off of the G, again today he strolled into the end zone. Probably, I can see G now jumping in there like Deion Sanders. Because nobody's allowed to touch him. Everybody standing back saying, Jimmy, you know, you can just, The play of the session, though, came on a pass from Bethard, the receiver. There's that name again. Kendrick Bourne. Kendrick, who again demonstrated some toe drag swag in the end zone near the front left pylon. Boom! Today was KB's second consecutive day of basically just showing out in practice. And fam, I hate to tell you this. No, what the hell am I saying? Fam, I enjoy telling you this. It might be enough for Coach Shanahan to say, I've seen enough. Because he redeemed himself for having missed that same easy touchdown catch during the same drill yesterday. Shanahan's now looking, if he's looking at one more to make his decision, it now may not even, it's probably between Richie James versus Jordan Matthews. The bad thing is Richie James has been doing very well lately too, fam. I don't know what to tell you on that, but I can tell you this. I kind of believe my boy KB is in. Jimmy G unofficially completed 8 of 14 passes today, but there wasn't one mess up that stood out. G missed George Kittle on a post route in the end zone after JK broke free on a cut inside. The play was reminiscent of Jay's inaccurate shot to Kittle in last season's opener against Minnie. The Niners did not score in the red zone possession today, though. Shanahan wanted to try some new stuff with his final play call for the first stringers. It was a trick play that probably would have been extinguished before the goal line, according to reports anyway. And details of such plays are not allowed to be disclosed. They just put that little disclaimer there. Ronbo, man, we ain't telling you nothing. Overall, it looked like another positive day for Mrs. Garoppolo's baby boy. Woo! Hey, before we do, got a clip. Justin was out there today. He's got some stuff for me. Listen, shout out to Hoy and Chloe, hoping that you're recovering It's coming along well. Y'all know we love you. Get better and get on back in here. Looking for you. Are we ready to cue up Justin? Boy, you got Justin, man. Boy, and I know he was in. Hey, Justin should have got a clip of himself. And do these films, we always love to see who you are, too. And, all right. There's that crowd. Yes, indeed. Oh, man. Beautiful. Another beautiful day. A beautiful day in the neighborhood, the neighborhood, the neighborhood. Oh, man. Justin, yeah, the thing about it is, anytime you're at the park, it's just a fun experience. Boom! Couldn't see that number on that one. You know what amazes me is that they allow you to have numbers. I mean, not numbers, but I mean, they let you film out there. Because last year, we didn't get a lot of footage from people because I thought the 49ers would have said, we do ask that you not film any of what you see on the field today, as we don't know who everybody is. And so we'll have to ask that you please not film. If we do, if you are caught filming, security probably will escort you off the premises. You know, type of thing, you know. Take your camera, break it. Take your phone. Actually, I guess that's against the rules. And Justin will probably get in here and explain to us what was going on out there. Shortly. But yeah. And see that lady right there? See that? She's probably security. She's probably watching the camera seeing this film. And Justin was right up on her, too. Let's see if she turns around and she does. Hey. And Justin goes, I'm Justin! Hey. It is. All right. Thanks, Justin. Come on, we'll hear from you later on today. Somebody named Locked Them Up. Hey, thanks. He said, Locked Them Up says, thanks for all you do, fam. You make these long off-season tournaments, brother. Thanks, Locked Them Up, fam. That's my pleasure, I guarantee you that. Matty S says, yo, Ronbo, sup? Empire Strikes Back, 49ers. Ronbo must have plumbing problems at his house every day. He's having pooping problems. you know, I wouldn't share the story with you how come I'm late today, but it's hilarious. Actually, today it's not about pooping, though. William Roberts, who will be all tight ends on the roster? I know, you know. You got a lot of tight ends. We just picked up another one today, too. Why? I don't even know. Brian Culp, what's up, Brian? Brian says, Ronbo, dude, it's almost time. It's getting closer. Niners football. Now it's time for some red and gold talk. Go Niners, and what's to everyone in the chat ready to talk Niners? And J10, George Kittle, never been in camp like this. Competition is alive and well. Man. Okay. And Slick 68, no matter how good anyone looks in practice, doesn't make a squat. Bring it into games. True, Slick, true. But you know, you can't look sad in practice. And, well, some guys actually do, actually. They can look bad in practice and hit it to another gear. Dante's a little bit like that. Chad Garrison, Joe Staley is a goof. We know. He almost caused Jimmy G to tear his ACL again. Chad, were you out there today? It was a funny video, though. Check it out. All right. Oh, was it for the Joe show? Joe. Well, if Kyle sees it, he said, Joe, you had your last. Jimmy's not making any more appearances in the Joe show, okay? Because you guys don't know how to act. I'm telling you. Sarah Cassie, hello. Arriba, Ronbo. Hey, Sarah. And Debbie Ryan, hey, fam. Jimmy G tossed up some long balls that were beautiful to see today. Music to my ears, Deb. That's what everybody wants to know. Because everybody's like, he can't throw the long ball. He doesn't have a long ball. I guess he does have a long ball. And Kyle's the one who calls the plays. People forget about that. If you don't see the long ball, it's not because you can't throw it. It's because Kyle didn't call for it. Eric Franklin, man, I get tired of hearing that same beep after you're what the 49ers are going to do, man. They got to get the out there and prove it. Get tired of seeing all this bleep, the same shit every year. Eric Franklin, let not your heart be troubled, my impatient friend, because this year ain't no BS being flown. Everybody out there looks legit, including the depth. Take from what you want. Obviously, it's not the same teams as it has been. So I got a feeling for those who insist don't talk about it. We're going to talk about it and let you know right now. Get ready. Hey, Anonymous. I can't even pronounce it. I can't say it. Anonymous, you know who you are. He says, hey, it's a man. Let's go. Niners, thanks, man. And James Cruz says, hey, can't wait to kick some cowgirls' booty. Josh Rowe, that would be sick to beat the Bears on a gold field goal. We did that before, remember? But I think beating Seattle would be better. And we did that before, too, last year, remember? See, the team's always been right there. In fact, everybody's saying things like, you know what? This defense was actually good and close on a lot of occasions. Now they just added some pieces to turn that. You know, you have the volume up to about 5 or 6 because people in the house. If you compare that volume control to what it was last year, now you throw that volume slant all the way up to the top. Them boys, ooh, that's the personnel there. And even if you don't believe in this team, that is some personnel. Oh, Justin.
Yes, sir.
Justin.
How you doing today?
Oh man, Justin, you know, I saw Kendrick Bourne starring again. I got crazy. You saw him up close and personal.
He was a start today.
Huh?
He was starting. He was a starter today. You know, if anybody is wondering, my full review on the training camp, it's in the app. All you got to do is go in the app and sign in, and then
all right.
it's on the news. So
all right.
I put my notes in the app. So first thing I'll say is that Nick Mullins struggled. Nick Mullins really struggled with the second team offense. He was a 15 out of 21, I believe, or something. And he really struggled with the pass rush. Bosa was a dominant. Bosa pulverized the O-line all day. He got past Joe Staley twice, and him and Staley had a conversation. Yeah, him and Staley had a conversation after practice about that. So, and then Jordan Matthews, he had 2 drops on the day, one from Nick Mullins and one from Garoppolo. Kendrick Bourne, he's worked on his catching and he's got a toe depth. In the end zone, he's not dropped the ball, but he's got to work on his feet, getting the feet down because you know there's rules now. You got to get both feet down when making a catch. So
that rule's always been around. Was he doing that falling out of bounds?
Yeah. Well, they practice the end zone, so you just got to work on that. Other than that, I think he did fine. Pettis, he did well. He threw a touchdown to Jimmy G in one of the passes. So I feel like they're going to use it.
Wait, hold on a second. You said Pettis threw a shot to Jimmy G?
Yeah.
You did say
yeah.
Pettis threw a pass to Jimmy G. See, I thought that was a typo when I read that, and I changed it. It was true.
No.
Jimmy G. They didn't mention Pettis in the report. They just said Jimmy G took a pass. And I said, what do you mean Jimmy G took a pass? Jimmy G doesn't take passes. He throws passes. Pettis threw him a pass? This is outstanding news. A trick play. That's hilarious.
So Pettis seems like he has an arm, and Jimmy G has got to work on that running, though. He looks a little off there. So, but it is what it is. And I think Witherspoon went down with a leg injury. It was right after the second drill, he went down. I was there when he went down. He looked like he was in pain. He was really in pain.
Ooh.
So it looks like it's just. So they don't know how long he's out, but it's like one of those things is it's a day-to-day probably with him.
You know what they said? It's tabbed as a glute injury, so that means he pulled a butt muscle. And that takes a while to heal because that's a big muscle. Okay, we'll see.
Well, he was talking to one of the coaches, and he said he felt something pop. That's what he said.
No pops. If you feel a pop, it's serious.
Yeah. So I don't know if he said that or I just misheard, but I heard something about pop, and that's when me and the other guy were like, And that's why Verrett got the team. That's why Verrett got team one reps because Witherspoon was out. So that's why Verrett got the play. He got to play with team one per se. So that's why, because Witherspoon was out with that injury. And then Jimmy Ward was there. He was wearing a purple shirt. He was overseeing the field. I think, and then with. I didn't want to say anything because I know he recognized me because he keeps doing this thing where he keeps liking my Instagram posts every time I say something bad about him on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's something that.
And you know what? Did he put the eyeballs next to the post? Jimmy always likes to put the eyeballs next to the looking at you.
Yeah,
he does that.
I mean, other than that, I think the one issue I had was Nick Mullins. I expected him to play a little bit better. TJ Baffer had a better day. Yeah, he was I think 11 out of 12. He only had one incomplete, and that was because it was pass.
Yeah, well, that's Marcel Harris got him. Okay, so otherwise he had a good day. Okay, see, they don't write up everything.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, but it's just Mullins. I don't know what was happening to him. I think it was just the pressure. He just kept backing up, taking too big of steps, and I don't know what's going on with him. But Nick Mullins struggled today.
Yeah, there's gonna be days.
Yeah,
every day is not gonna be perfect. There's gonna be days like that. But go ahead, continue.
Yeah. This defense looks. The front seven looks good. Like I said in the notes, secondary is the only concern. Because Matt Breida was destroying one-on-one coverage. I mean, when he had I forget who he had, and he was on one-on-one, and it was a linebacker and a safety. I forgot the number. He had one-on-one coverage. He did like a juke, and then he got wide open, and there was like an end zone touchdown. I think it was from Mullins, or I think it was Mullins or. Yeah.
But Justin, remember last year when he turned Ruben into a statue on that one play that he put a juke on Ruben, and Ruben, oh man, it was embarrassing. One-on-one, all of our linebackers can do that. I mean, all of our running backs can do a linebacker up like that. So,
yeah. And then Wilson Spate, I think I didn't see him throw anything. I think he was just more of a scene. I don't think he's going to make the team. So he didn't throw at all. He just stood there. He just was watching from Jimmy G. I think he was watching mostly Jimmy to see what he could do, say what he was doing. And then DJ Reed, I'm pretty sure he's a kick returner now because he returned like 8 balls for Mitch Wisowski. So I'm pretty sure. And then he's pretty fast too. I think he's gotten faster because that boy can run. That boy can run a lot. So I'm saying DJ Reed is probably our kick returner going forward.
See,
because
Trent Taylor, only reason they stopped him from being a kick returner last year is when we started fumbling the ball. Because remember, he was the return guy, and then he dropped 2 passes in a row, and they said, "Okay, let's get somebody else in there. Hey, let's get Junior in there. Yeah, Richie, dun, 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 dun. And that's."
Richie, I didn't see too much of him. I didn't see too much of him. I tried to look for him, and it was like here and there because he was very far away, but it seems like he's still struggling on running the the basic routes. A little bit. Running basic routes a little bit. I saw and Wes Welker. I think that's what Wes Welker made 20 minutes. Took them outside for 20 minutes, and in the video, that's what is going on. Is Wes Welker took them aside for 20 minutes.
Okay,
that's what he took him aside. He worked on the receivers for 20 minutes. He worked with KB. He worked with He worked with DBO. He worked with all of them because I think he was frustrated because the receivers were.
Justin, we're gonna stop though, because listen, you can check a lot of this out. As Justin said, he wrote pretty much a summary of what happened during the day. Yeah. Justin, appreciate your fam. That's great stuff.
No problem. And I will probably be going back to training camp next Wednesday, so I will probably be heading over there.
All right, so we'll see. All right. And if you get to, hopefully we'll see you tomorrow then. All right.
Yes, yes, sir. All right,
have a great night, Justin. Thanks, fam.
Yes. I'm faithful out.
He is Justin out there on the scene. Right? Well, hey, listen, Mark Heffernan, go Ronbo all night. Greetings from the Mark Heffernan from the UK. Hey, what's up? And Big Hack Verrett looks great. Man, if anything went wrong for poor Ahkello, Barack O'Niner is about to make a pool. What will the Niners get more of this year? Sacks or INTs? Man, we really do need to do this. We got to come up with a prize. If we got a pool going, we got to buy a jersey. We got to get a customized Kendrick Bourne jersey. The winner takes it. I bet your show won't be involved in that contest. Benjamin Gaines, what's up, fam? Jeremy Square, what's up? Roger Villaneda, what's up? Big Hack. These our sacks will be up, but it will also push the number of INTs up, doubling our INTs from last year. Yeah, it all works together. It's A and B, and then you get C. I will.
Jason Verrett. Jason Verrett. Jason Verrett. Jason Verrett.
Boom. Get your number 2 jersey right now, Molly. We got an exclusive batch ready for your purchase right now. I can already see it now, because Jason Verrett, if he stays healthy, good Lord, my goodness.
That's my guy, man. That's
what
my
is
guy,
a defense
man.
gonna do?
Every time he steps up to the plate, he delivers, man. I'm telling you, man, Jason Verrett, man, he's the dude, man. He needs to be the guy opposite of Sherman, man. Everybody knows. I ain't got to keep saying it. Everybody knows, man.
And
you know what I'm saying?
The good thing about it is he's out there checking Marquise Goodwin, and he's not quite up to speed yet. Wait till he gets really ready, because he's still got he didn't play it all last year, and he's played how many games in the last 3? So actually, this dude is a natural.
Talent, man. God-given talent.
Mm-hmm.
God-given talent, man. The dude can do it, man. That's the guy, man. Man, Ahkello, I'm sorry your ass got tight on you, but hey, man, Verrett, he about to take your job, man. He about to take your job. I never wish injury on nobody. You know what I'm saying? But that's not me. I won't put that on my worst enemy. But when
we need him back.
Get hurt, somebody.
We need Spoon back. I hope he didn't hear a pop, because see, Spoon, there's going to be times we need more than 2 guys in coverage, and so we need him back. Mosley, I do like Mosley though. I liked him last year. Okay, we'll see.
I like him too. Yeah, I like Mosley, man. He should have. He should have been getting some playing time last year. Was he on the team last year?
Yeah, he got hurt during preseason, as I remember last year. He helped. He was the one who caused that INT. Who's that picked that up? Anyway, he's the one who got his hands on the ball. Ball went up in the air, and whoever picked that up, it was because of Mosley. So,
right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Man, look, man. Matthews, Joy Matthews, man, I spoke highly of you, but you ain't showing me nothing. I'm going to tell you something. You paid Trent Taylor that money to get that damn number, and you said it cost as much as a ring. You better get your damn money back from him.
I can't believe Trent charged him that kind of money.
Ain't no way I'm going to potentially get cut off the team, and I gave somebody over a couple $1,000 for a number. I'm go to Trent Taylor and get your money back, man, because I ain't hearing no news, man. Man, look, I'm telling you, I'm glad that the receiving corps is balling out, because we haven't had this many receivers balling out since a long time. One day is Taylor Bourne, next day is Bourne to James Taylor. You know what I'm saying? I mean, them guys keep showing Debo, but we ain't never hearing Matthews' name, man. So I guess he ain't doing nothing. So I'm guessing he's all man out. I'm gonna tell you something right now. Bourne ain't going fucking nowhere.
I really don't think he is, because
Bourne ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. Don't let him have another day. If this continues, and then people say, it's only practice. Well, everybody else in practice has got to beat him out. In practice. You can't wait and say, well, we'll wait till the games start, and if in the games you beat out Bourne. No, it ain't going to happen like that. You got to show them now. Now. So that's why I say, okay, all right.
Yeah, he ain't cutting the mustard, man. I believe he's going to be the odd man out, man. Man, I like the way the offense stood out today, man. Shout out to Jimmy G, man. They showed some videos of Jimmy G throwing some deep balls, man. I'm talking about he throwing them balls in the bucket. I'm talking about they just.
Debbie said they was beautiful to watch. She was out there.
Man, Jimmy G is back, baby. I'm telling you, man. That's why I'm saying, Ronbo, we can't wait till the 10th of August, man, so we see these guys in action, man. I know Jimmy G probably ain't gonna play the first game, but
that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, that's okay, man. I mean, I'm excited to see Nick Mullins, man. Nick Mullins, I heard he had a bad day, but he'll bounce back, man. Everybody ain't gonna have no good day.
Not every
that's
time.
just that's just life, man. But yeah, man. Hey, I heard a report from Nick Wagner saying Breeder's getting some look at it being a kick returner, a potential one.
Oh,
you heard about that?
Okay, but I don't know if I get excited about that. Will when Trent Taylor was the kick returner, and he's the best actually yardage wise we have, I don't like guys playing that position. Although you know what, now the way they got it set up, though, it's not so dangerous for kick returners and punt returners. So okay, I can live with that. Because Matty B, if he gets loose out there, he's gone. He's gone. Oh, man.
Yeah, that's my guy, man. I heard Quan Alexander lit him up 2 times today.
Quan, he can't wait to play. You can tell in his interviews, he don't even want to stand. He wants to go out and hit somebody even while he's doing the interview. He said, let's go, man. I'm ready. I'm looking for it's like, okay, let Quan loose. Oh, he's ready. I thought he wouldn't go make it back for the game 1. Looks like he is, Will.
Man, I'm ready for him to be legendary, man. I'm ready for him to be legendary. But look, man, overall, man, like I said, man, it's been so long since we didn't had so many names, pop up on this football team from performing at their best on this team, man. We haven't had that in a long time since the Harbaugh days. We probably got more talent on this team than the Harbaugh team. I mean, that's just me.
Actually,
coming from an offensive side.
Yeah. For sure. On the offensive side, absolutely for sure.
Yeah.
The defense is still in the jury is still out on that, but let's see what they look like after the games get rolling. Now, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see, man. But yeah, man, I ain't gonna hold you up, man. I know you got caught weight, man. I just want to give a shout out to you, Ronbo, man. Shout out to my TNT fans, player partner Dre, Trey, Trez, Big Show, Jerry, Fresh, Red 49 Hits, Shay, Russo. You know what I'm saying? Fresh perspective, man.
Yeah,
man,
Jerry.
Look, man, fucked around.
Yeah.
Fucked around.
Yeah.
Fuck lame ass Rudy. They lost the damn Super Bowl, and they gonna always be broke. All right, Ronbo.
For years. Well, have a good night, fam. I'll be back tomorrow looking for you.
All right, hit that like too.
Thanks, fam. Yes, indeed. Oh, look at this. JP checking in from Denmark. JP, hello. Oh, man. I tell you, fam, the Empire is going to be... wait a minute. Texas Niners, Ralph C. Let's go Niners. And, yeah, I like KB. I like his confidence from his interview. Tell you, man, Kendrick Bourne, what's firing him up, I got a feeling, is the constant he's not good enough. We don't need him. Trade him, all this other talk. I think that inspires him. A guy is starting to get ridiculous. And the coach Tim says, good evening, everyone. Ronbo, it's way too early to say who has made the team or not for sure. Nice seeing everybody making plays. The final roster's after week 3 of preseason. Coach, I know that. But you know what? Right now, if Vegas had a line on KV making this team, I'd drop a Benjamin in it. I might drop 2. I ain't lying. KB is one of those guys that you just can't keep him down. Sean McIntyre, love you from Oakville. Sean! Niners knock him cold. Hello, Ronbo and the rest of the Empire. God bless you all. Niners knock him cold. Thanks, fam. We talked the other day, too. Mr. Block Guys 22, 49er Empire. Sup? Woo! Oh, here come other player partner, Dre. Dre!
We in this thing. We in this thing. What's happening, bro?
Dre, I got the same sound thing going on. Whatever you did yesterday, can you make that adjustment today?
Hold on. Damn, bro, I put a lot of money in these earphones, bro.
You did? Oh, no.
Easy money. What's up with it? Yeah, what's going on, bro?
Saying, Dre, man, I'm sitting there being huffing and puffing like we like to do after Kendrick Bourne be kicking some butt again.
Bruh, you know what?
It's making me crazy.
Bruh, he I think people don't realize that, a lot of these guys be tapping in. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these guys be tapping in. And his motivation is people saying that, rookies who haven't played a game are better than him. People saying that guys who got cut by the Bills, you know what I'm saying, is better than him. A lot of these guys be tapping into these channels. You know what I'm saying? We never know who's watching Ronbo, and he's just highly motivated. You know what I'm saying? And you got to realize a guy, you know what I'm saying, who was like a 6th-round draft pick or undrafted free agents, they're always going to play. They're always going to play with a chip on their shoulder. They're always going to feel like they have something to offer. And there was many guys who went to D1s who he felt that was better than him, who got recruited out of the state of Oregon, who got recruited out of the city of Portland. And, he went to a small school, Eastern Washington, and look where he's at. And a lot of the guys that got recruited over him, Ronbo, they didn't even sniff the NFL. A lot of them tried to walk on as undrafted free agents, and they got regular jobs, regular 9-to-5s, just like a lot of people on this chat room right now. He had two touchdowns. He had one from Jimmy, winding up with the 1's. They had CJ, of course, because Mullins wasn't looking good. They had CJ lining up with the 2's. He caught a touchdown pass from CJ. Then he had that diving catch. I was happy to also see when Ahkello got hurt. Jason Verrett stepped in and rose to the occasion.
Dre, you can't say you're happy to see Ahkello get hurt, though.
No. I said I was happy to see that Jason Verrett rose to the occasion when Ahkello got hurt. I never prey on the guy's injuries. I don't dislike Ahkello that much. He's still a man. He's still a human being, bro. I'm not that type of guy. You know what I mean? But to see that, hey, Jason, you're trying to go in, and most of his reps, he was lined up against Keith. And, did we hear much about Marquise today?
No, other than the fact that Jason timed a move on him and made sure.
That's the only thing I heard. So,
that's intelligent.
He had a damn good day. Also, man, Fred Warner is around every ball.
That's him.
They said today that they said, man, no matter if it was a running player or a pass play, Fred was there, and that Quan is going to really be able, to rely on him. Man, that's a good thing to hear, man. That's a really good thing to hear. I watched Fred Warner at BYU. He was a good player, but I didn't know that he was going to be this
that
good.
kind of good.
That's just another sign.
And Dre, you know what we have to do right now on that note? We got to say Big Show told us, because I was saying who I wanted to see was pick up in the draft, and Big Show says, "Look, you can get a linebacker out of BYU. His name is Fred Warner. It's very good." I said, "What? Who?" I didn't even know who he was.
Hey man,
Big Show was right.
A lot of people could say what they want about Big Show. You know what I'm saying? And even I be trip. Really, I just trip about the KD shit. You know what I'm saying? But Big Show knows his. Big Show knows his game.
He be watching college ball.
Called football.
He does.
He knows. He knows his game, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? I disagree with the Rashawn Gary thing. You know what I'm saying? I disagree with.
He hasn't apologized for that yet. I forgot about
Big Show
that.
Ain't gonna apologize.
No, but he's got to apologize for that, Dre. Show, if you need to call in, and I want to talk to you about that, Rashawn Gary. If anytime I
Rashawn
can get
Gary's
something,
not gonna be no Nick Bosa.
Oh,
let's just be
not
real,
even
bro.
close.
Nah, yeah. I mean, we would have been dumb as hell to get crying ass Rashawn Gary. You know what I mean? But yeah, the highlights of today. And then Kendrick, he also had he had an article written up on him in the San Jose Mercury. Man, that's awesome, bro. Constantly getting hated on, constantly not getting no love, and finally it's like he's starting to get some love, man. And I'm just happy to see that. He's not going nowhere. You know what I mean?
Because like I said, Kyle raised him, and Kyle says, "Look where he's come along to. He started with me from this, and he's become this. If he keeps building on that, he can't get cut. So I'm feeling good about that.
Yeah, man. So yeah, the highlights, Kendrick. For me, it was Kendrick, hearing Fred, hearing about Jason Verrett. Also, another one is Nick Bosa. Nick
The
Bosa.
kill machine.
Good Lord. Good Lord.
And he's holding
I have
back.
to apologize.
I bet they told him to take it easy. Nick, can we get you
I have to
tone it down a
apologize.
bit? Mm-hmm.
I have to apologize to you, Nikki. I'm very high on Quentin Williams, but Nick, you're looking like that guy, man. Man, you're looking like that guy. Just high praises. Mike McGlinchey is no slouch.
And he's making
Joe Staley is one of the best to ever do it. Joe Staley is one of the best to ever do it. He's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yes.
And he's making these guys look like it doesn't matter. You can line up anybody against me. I don't care. I am going to get to your quarterback, and I'm going to touch you.
And you know the word
You're
was?
not going to like me.
I mean, the word was, we know Joey's good. His dad was good.
Hey,
and
bro,
both of them said the best of us is the baby.
Hey,
it's
man.
Nick.
Man, hey, man, these guys got pig skin running through their DNA or something, bro. I don't know. But that, Mr. Bosa, he done a damn good job because, man, Nick Bosa, oh, my God. Ronbo, he's going to be our front seven is going to be a problem. Our front seven is going to be a problem. Callie, I seen you with your little comment. Sherm is done. I think not. Man, front seven, Richard Sherman and Jason Verrett. Hey, bro, I'm trying to tell, bro, I don't understand why people aren't seeing it. You know what? It doesn't matter, Ronbo. Because we see it. We see it. It doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter. I'm starting to build a lot of confidence, Ronbo. Doesn't it feel good to be confident?
It does. When you got an army of fiends like this, last 2 years you've been speculating and hoping that certain players would come through.
This year we can see it.
Yes.
We can see it.
And only a blind man can't see it. Blind.
Hey, man, Stevie Wonder can see this, man. You know what I'm saying? Stevie can see this. You know what I mean?
I said.
Stevie can see this.
That's too much talent. Even the analysts, the hating analysts, are saying that front line defense of 49ers could be top 5. I would have said top 10. Analysts went up and said 5. And I said,
5.
Okay.
Hold on. Who said that, bro? Who said that?
There's been a couple. I need to go back. I'll get those ready for you tomorrow. I got to go back and get their names.
Okay, yeah. I need to tap into that, man. Yeah. Oh, shout out to Colin. Hey, shout out to Colin Cowherd. Colin Cowherd got us beating the Steelers, and he got us beat the Browns at home. Shout out to Colin Cowherd. He's one of the only analysts that's on mainstream on his show that says that his team, like his sleeper team is the 49ers, and he projected us to go 10-6, 11-5, or 11-5.
Yeah. See, I'm telling you, man.
Colin Cowherd, man.
I mean,
so much respect.
People just, we're so used to 49 fans. We're so used to getting our ass kicked that we expect no matter what we do, our job in life is to get our ass kicked. So stop saying we're going to beat anybody. We will beat people. So that's why. Greatness
does not come overnight, Ronbo.
And we went through 3 nights.
It takes time to make.
2 years.
Yeah, man. So, man, much love to the family. You know what I'm saying? To my player partner, Will, Big Show, Trey, Trez, Horatio Flores, Bob Money, Jerry Fresh. Man, it's just everybody, bruh. Dan 22945, whatever the hell the number is. You know what I'm talking about. Dan the man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, look here, bruh. The time is now, y'all. The wait is finally over. We are seeing it. It's coming into fruition. It's been a long time coming. And if you're a true 49er fan, the wait was well worth it. We could see what's going to happen this year. We can see it happening right in front of us. So let's just stay positive.
And
let
enjoy
play
it.
Out.
Stop worrying.
Man, come on, man. And when September roll around, man, be ready for that game 1 at Tampa Bay, man. I'm out this thing, Ronbo, man. I'll see you tomorrow, bro.
I'll see you tomorrow, Phil. Have a good night.
For sure.
Woo! James! James. It's late out in the East Coast, boys, because we came in late anyway. I hope
Hello?
James. There he is. He's still awake. James.
Hey, hey, Ronbo.
Yo.
Yeah, how you doing, man? I didn't even hear him say mute off.
Oh, I'm
I was
sorry.
listening to you
And Dre.
the other caller, Drake. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
we gloating.
yeah,
We
man.
gloating. And
You
we,
know,
and we
you
gloating,
know,
if for nothing else, we gloating over the fact that we got personnel. We got personnel like we ain't had since 2013. Hell yeah. You know what that
beautiful
smell is,
thing,
don't you,
man.
James? That's the smell of ass kicking. Woo! Know it. Got my franchise quarterback, got my two rushing. I got my dudes coming in. You got my edge rusher and my dude coming up the middle. I got receivers over here that will not be denied. I'm telling you right now. But James, let me stop. Go ahead.
Ronbo, once again,
Feel like I'm a
glad to be
taser.
on your show and getting this moment on the platform for the 49ers, the Empire. And, hey, man, you know, when teams go out and they have a win on Sunday where they just dominate and they're in the trenches and it's a hard-fought game, most reporters, their area reporters, will say, well, before the game, well, it's going to be a good contest because they had a great week of practice. So we'll see. And
I love that one.
they go out on they go out on the field after that great week of practice and they annihilate somebody. And you just wonder, you know, and I mean, hearing these things where, you know, quarterbacks are having bad days, some of them it's going back and forth, and then the defense is still being the catalyst because it's so many, you know, that many first rounders, you know, that you can put on a starting defensive line, at least 4. Okay? And then you got some really good linebackers. And I tell you one thing, I do believe this. Had Ahkello not got hurt, and I wish him a quick recovery, and I hope he's all right, and I hope it's not as serious as it could be.
Because he said he heard a pop. Rumor is he heard a pop. You can't hear pops, James. Cannot hear pops.
No, hearing a pop is not good news. And but I can tell you this much: I do believe had he would have stayed healthy, and Jason Verrett continues to stay healthy, I think Verrett would have still took the starting job from him.
Yeah.
Because Sherman and Verrett and possibly Deforest Moore and probably Marcel Harris or either Adrian Colbert, and you know, they kind of rotate them in and out. But I think that Deforest Moore would be the front runner on that back end, and that would be, let me tell you something, like they had all these big sayings back here about them sorry behind LA can of spams and, you know, how good their team was, their defense. And right now, you know, I'm going to tell you, I think Sherman and Verrett playing as the corners on the back end of a defense, they can, listen, man, those guys right there, we can just totally dominate against teams. And you know, it's going to be amazing, and it's going to be fun to watch. And we got to, I tell you right now, I believe that this team has the potential to even be better than that 2012 team we had. I do believe that. And in the 2012 team, our linebackers, they were very good. We were very stout in that linebacking position with Willis, Brooks, and Bowman. And at the same time, though, you know, it was that defensive line that, you know, you had players like McDonald and Ian Williams and Justin Smith and Alden Smith. And I mean, you know, now we transcended into a younger generation that, you know, I think they're going to even be higher than just the top 5 defense. I really do believe that because they, I think once they rattle every quarterback And the other, the caller, Dre, was saying he didn't know who said that we could possibly be a top 5. That was Andre Llewellyn on the NFL.
That was one. Yeah, that's
Lexus. Andre Llewellyn, and played for the Lions. And so he said it. He said, with all the additions and the players that they already got,
that's just too much
definitely
firepower. How they gonna?
They have to pan out to be a top 5 defense. He's right. With all that firepower out there, is sitting there on that line. And I mean, at the end of the day, it's like it's gonna be violent and it's gonna be physical. And I'm gonna tell you, I could see
waves.
when they actually hit a quarterback a time or two in the very beginning of the game, they're going to take all the will out of him, Ronbo. He's going to start doing dumb characteristic stuff that, makes him look like he just doesn't know what he's doing out there. Because it's like some very violent gladiators coming at you that,
and just continuously. James, here's some food for thought. Here's some food for thought, though. You've noticed that the offense has been having a good old time since Deforest Buckner. And Dee Ford sat the hell down. And now all of a sudden, we ain't got no problems out there. This is why I keep saying,
let me tell you,
other teams are going to feel that same pain.
Hey, Ronbo, listen, man. Other quarterbacks they're not going to believe it. They're going to be like, whoa, is this really happening? Are they playing this good? Are they this? I mean, you take your eye off of one guy for 1 second and another one is making your whole vertebrae go to the other side of your body because you didn't even see him coming. Yeah,
Quan
man.
Alexander sneaking out the linebacker position. Bam!
You know something I wanted to say too, Ronbo? I know you got to go because you probably got a lot of callers tonight being Friday night. But I'm going to tell you something. The first day or the first couple of days in camp, Richie James wasn't really getting it. And now all of a sudden,
he's looking good. I know. I heard about that.
Really, really good.
Yeah.
And, he did. When's the last time we had somebody return a punt for, 99 yards against them Sea Chickens? So I don't know. And I'm still going to put my money, if I were a gambling man, on Shanahan going with the guys that already know his system. Okay? Now, you'll put the coach in fear in him like, hey, you either get it or, I will replace you. I got some guys on the practice squad. They chomping at the bit.
Yeah.
So
that's the only way. When you got a squad this talented, the only way you can determine who is worthy is those little things. Those little things. We talked about that yesterday. You need to prove that you want to be on this team. Everything you do is being calculated. So
that's right. It's the little subtleties. I mean, in the beginning when we drafted Terrell Owens, look at that NFC Championship game. Okay, against the Cowboys, what was he doing? Constantly dropping balls. Steve Young didn't give up to him. Biggest play of the game, that slant pattern, right across the middle.
Yeah, that's the way it works.
From the left hand with Terrell going to the left. Post pattern, actually.
Yeah, that's the game. James, I'll be looking for you tomorrow, fam. We can go back over this stuff and see what happens tomorrow on another Kendrick Bourne weekend.
Hey! Thank you for what you do.
Thanks,
Niner Empire, Niner for life. And out of all the receivers, I do believe and would also bet Kendrick Bourne is safe, man.
Yeah,
Availability and dependability is a real striking factor of keeping you a locker in that locker room.
And Shanahan knows that. He says that dude does not get hurt. I can pretty much depend on him to give me a certain every time. Dependability and availability, that's a special trait.
That's exactly right.
James.
Hey, Ronbo. Thank you, man. Have a great evening. Be blessed, Empire.
Thanks, fam.
Niner Empire, Niner for life. Thank you.
He is. James. But Big Show doesn't agree with all this talk. As he says, we need to stop over amplifying practice, nitpick who caught what, and dropped what? The roster is set. We just don't know who. Guys signed are locks. We do know that hearts will be broken. Hashtag stay woke. Show. Thank you for the contribution, Show. You know I love you, man. Hey, but listen, Show, I didn't see anything in here about Rashawn Gary. Dre and I and inquiring minds want to know. And by the way, Show, I think it's like the special teams coordinator said today, all Kyle's interested in is who can help me win. No, I don't think everybody's been a lock. There are some draft picks and guys that Shanahan really truly believes in, but the majority of those 90 guys out there have got to earn a position. We'll see how that turns out in the days ahead. Linwood!
What's that, Ronbo?
Linwood, it's day 6. It's just such a good time hearing about these things. A lot of people don't think that what people do in practice matters. Linwood, I don't know from what planet or rock they've been hiding under, but the thing is, every little thing you do on this kind of team matters. If you take a shower and you know how you dry off and you go from right to left or left to right? If you go from left to right, you're liable to get cut for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you throw some trash in the trash can and you miss and you don't go back and pick it up, you could get cut for that. It's just they're looking for an excuse because a lot of these guys are tight. There's like really barely a separation between talent. So what do you base your cut on then? Can't keep them all, Linwood. Can't do it.
Yeah, and exactly, Robo. And the key thing is practice for a reason, and everybody's paying attention because this is a time for you to ball out and chill out.
That's it.
Because if you don't practice well, you damn sure ain't going to play well.
Yeah. It's true.
You know what I mean? So if you ain't practiced well, you're designated to the person being there in the showers picking up the drop soap. So I'm just saying.
And Linwood, you played ball before, right? Do you
Absolutely.
remember every coach? Hustle, guys, hustle. I want to see nothing but asses and elbows. Let's go. Now, for those who were out hustling everybody, and the kids over there saying, oh, man, why don't you quit kissing ass? Okay, while he was kissing ass, he made the team. The dude that's standing over there was half-stepping and taking his time and doing things at his own speed. He got cut. So it definitely makes a difference who works the hardest. You can outwork a man and take his job. And maybe you ain't even as talented as he is. See, that's the way it works.
Yeah, and dedication and progress. And if you're showing everything that you're dedicated, progress, and you're growing, and they believe that you have the potential to grow, and
that's the way it works.
You know, you're not doing all the miscues, and if you have a miscue, you correct your miscue.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's they seek that, especially in the rookies.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hence why your boy ain't going nowhere. Hell, they even gave him airtime, and he sounded really good talking. And yeah, did you watch his press conference?
Wait, who? Which one? Press conference?
Kendrick Bourne.
You see, I've heard twice about it. I can't wait. When I turned it on, I caught the special teams coach, and I kept looking around to see who else talked today.
Yeah, I love that one, Robert. Why are you talking about that? Richard Hightower?
Yeah.
I loved his press conference.
Wasn't
He
it?
had one of the most impressive press conferences I've seen in a long time.
It was fun.
For a special teams coach, I was like, wow, he was on point, Ronbo.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed watching his press conference. I was like, wow. The ones I don't enjoy is like baby Bosa. I thought, all right, let's just keep him on the podium.
Nobody likes Nick.
He reminds me of Rocky Balboa giving a speech. Yeah, the coach said if I hit the quarterback, and then just that, that's what I do. And
Well,
then, hey,
and also,
Rocky,
Linwood, he's
Rocky,
like,
what happened on that special play when they ran around this? Well, there was a little special something, and I just followed up, and then I did what my daddy told me back, and then I hit the quarterback.
hey, but it's so funny about Nick because he seems to he's a very violent character, but when he talks, he's almost too soft-spoken to be the kind of player he is. I mean, Nick is sitting there as like, oh, yeah. That's...
But no doubt
hey, Nick,
he is a badass. But he is a badass. Even Joe Staley sought him out on the field today because he ended 2 drives with sacks. And Joe Staley even sought him out because he burned Joe Staley and he burnt Mike McGlinchey.
Joe Staley
went over there. He went over there and said, "Man, tell me what you did there." And he's like, "Wow." He was like, "Yeah." And the camaraderie there is awesome.
And Linwood, did you hear Mike McGlinchey? It's all part of the Joe show, I'm sure, but it's believed that Mike McGlinchey is not jealous of the relationship developing between Nick Bosa and Joe. Hey, oh yuck! Stop, guys! Don't print things like that up.
I know it's crazy. It's crazy, but Joe's a true professional. Mike McGlinchey, he's intellectual. He's a true professional, and they're showing the camaraderie to each other. It's like hey, we're all pros here. And we're going to learn from each other to build our craft to make each other better.
Yeah.
And I feel for the rest of the teams in the NFL.
I'm telling you, people don't understand what's coming. That iron sharpens iron never applied more than it does the 49ers. The 49ers' worst competition this year is going to be their own defense. You watch and see. Every week, the 49ers will be glad to go play somebody else besides their defense. Oh, God, good.
Yeah, and then you go into as far as, I believe in our defense, and if healthy, the potential's there for both sides of the ball to be top 5, or actually all 3 phases, top 5. Special teams, work, everything. It has the potential to be top 5. Being healthy and everybody on cue and this and that.
Robbie Gould.
The potential's there for sure.
It's hard to make predictions, see just how good they are until we see them play Tampa Bay. I want to say, do they completely disassemble that team? Do they squeak by, will win, or worse, something weird like they lose to Tampa Bay? So, we'll see.
And something weird could happen like that, and then it'll fire on her ass, and then they don't lose the game from there. You never know. That's why we love this sport, Ronbo. That's why we love this sport any given Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Any given Sunday. That's why we love it, because they're all pros on both sides of the field. But I think we have the coaching staff, the camaraderie, and the right people in place to gear everybody else. When somebody's having a little down, we have the pieces in place to everybody to gear and thrive off of each other to make it work on every single play, on every single down. Of course, we're going to have bad plays, both sides of the ball. That's the name of the game. Because we're going against pros.
But you got enough pros on that field now. Because you look at Quan Alexander, you look at Richard Sherman, you look at Dee Ford. These are guys that are in key positions all over the field. You got a dog at linebacker to keep things going with those rookies and youngsters. You got one of the biggest fieriest dudes in the secondary in Richard Sherman back there. And up front, you got Dee Ford and all the guys. And Verrett, too. And you got Dee Ford.
That's why Spoon's ass. That's why Spoon pulled a glute, because his ass started to hurt because he knew Verrett was coming.
He'll be all right. We're going to need him on some of the coverages because teams are going to stop trying to throw on the 49ers with just a conventional setup. They're going to have to run 4 wide to even deal with the 49ers secondary, because the rush is already going to be ridiculous, and the quarterback's going to need some outlets. It's a kind of strategy where I think the 49ers are going to be ready for, but teams, we're going to need Spoon, so he's got to get better.
I like Spoon a lot. Trust me. I like him a lot, and he needs to stay healthy over there with Verrett, because Verrett's going to be the starter, but they're going to rotate him in and out. They need to keep everybody fresh, just like I love our D-line. People have no idea all the talent.
Liv, we got to go and be back tomorrow to see what happens on day 7.
Looking forward to it, Rama. Looking forward to it. Absolutely. And, one last thing. Everybody talking about Nick Mullins had a bad day. 15 out of 21 is 71.5%, everybody. And I take that shit any
15
day.
out of 21. Because the number we just got from whoever was worse. All right, good. 15 to 21 ain't
15
bad.
out of 21.
Ain't
That's
bad.
71.5%.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's
And
go.
that don't even matter. Yeah, that's brilliant. That's 71.5% is a great comp. And that don't even count for who dropped the ball. That what might have been his fault.
That's true.
So it's probably more 80-some odd percent. But night
All right,
Ronbo, night Empire. Let's get some rest and attack that stuff again tomorrow.
All right, Linwood. Appreciate you, fam. See you later.
Peace, fam.
Yeah. Hey, let's go. 707 Santa Rosa with the best plums on the planet grow, California. Hello, 707.
How you doing?
707, I'm a guy that gets excited about the dangest things. It's another one of those days where it's a wonderful day, fam. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm cooking right now. I'm listening to you, listening to your radio show, making some chicken parm and some shrimp parm.
Oh, anybody that can handle cheese and make shrimp or chicken parmesan, man. Oh, man. What is your name?
My name's Tony.
Tony. Well, Tony, good luck with that. And it sounds like if anybody that even makes an attempt to make that dish knows what they're doing, so you don't need no luck. And bon appetit. Tony, hey, we got good things going on in camp, as you know. Jimmy G is starting to settle down, feeling good. I guess we just needed that defensive line to sit down for a minute so he can get his bearings right and get his rhythm going. Now, when they come back, Jimmy should probably say, I'm glad to see you guys are back. This will give me the real test. Let's go. And Jimmy G continues to operate in Jimmy G fashion. And Jason Verrett. Tony, I'm telling you, man, I'm looking forward to him and Richie Sherman bookending the entire NFL this year. I do like Spoon, but still, having two Pro Bowlers at both positions is a nice thing. But what are your feelings on this?
Well, we just need to get Jason Verrett healthy again, because we do know that he's one of the most efficient and best corners when he is healthy.
Yes.
Ahkello Witherspoon, I'm not down on him. I think he can come back and play like he was. Before he got injured at the end of the year, he was kind of looking like himself again.
Yeah. You know what? Tony,
it's hard to see because he was having such a bad year, but he was playing better, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, his defense is for real. I know that because as soon as they got rid of Reuben Foster last year, who was always getting hurt and couldn't tackle anyway, and Elijah Lee stepped in. That's when that defense kind of took a little turn.
I know, right? I don't even.
And
Tony, you're brave enough to say
rushers.
Elijah Lee was doing a good job. I definitely believe and agreed that. I said that a couple of times. I couldn't get no love. I stopped saying it. Tony agrees. Elijah Lee did a great job. So, all right, good.
I mean, you just have to look at the stats for that after Reuben Foster left the team.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just in the stats. It's facts. But I like the way the team's looking. Garoppolo's doing good today. We'll see what happens when one of the most underrated defensive linemen in the NFL, Deforest Buckner, comes back.
Ain't that the truth? The most
kind of get a little bit of a little pass when he's out, but we'll see. Iron sharpens iron, right?
That's right. And he's only got a strained toe. And I bet the 49ers are making him stand out of the way. Just let it completely heal up. We don't have to rush you. You've already proven to everybody that you know what you're doing. Let that toe heal. Oh, come on, Coach Deforest. This is not an argument. This is not up for debate. Work out over here. I'd be terrible. If I was the coach, no fruit cup for you tonight, buddy. Work it and work it gently.
It seems to be the big thing is about the receivers core. I understand that this offseason is huge. Who's going to step up? Who's going to play what? I don't know what's going to go on with, Taylor's looking good again. He was looking good his rookie year. I know he was dealing with the injury last year. I like Kendrick Bourne. I like Bourne. I mean, he's productive. I don't think he's a number one receiver, but I think his production shows.
No,
and you need that on the field.
Definitely a complimentary receiver, but dependable.
And it seems like most people are out on Jordan Matthews already. And even though he's not the best, he's had production in this league.
Yeah.
and they're paying him. And I know they can get rid of him if they choose to. I mean, they can do what they want. But I don't know. And Richie James has special team value too. So with him, that weighs in on it. Kendrick Bourne is the only person who doesn't play special teams, even though I think they'll keep him. But if they're looking at it like that, Richie James, special teams, Trent Taylor, punt return value. So.
You know, I wonder who does Kyle, when you can't trust, well, Kyle's going to trust himself, of course, but who does he consult with? Does he go to Wes Welker? Most believe that he's going to get Welker's evaluation. He's certainly going to take Jimmy G's feeling on who he wants as his wide receivers. Yeah, but Jimmy's good friends with all those guys, so Jimmy's going to say, that's not my job. I'm not going to tell you. Coach, don't make me say no. So it'll end up being between Welker and Shanahan, who makes the final call.
Well, we know Jimmy G loves Trent Taylor.
And so does Welker. That's why I said he's automatically in. Yeah.
Sometimes a little too much, but Trent Taylor, when healthy, I think he'll be all right. I heard he's doing good on third downs, which is what he was good at his rookie year.
He's back, actually. He's feeling like he's looking like Trent Taylor and the next level of Trent Taylor from the year one, according to what they're saying now. He's feeling good.
And as far as the defense, I keep hearing good things about Fred Warner. You know, me, myself, I'm not able to go to training camp, but I keep hearing good things about Fred Warner, which didn't surprise me before the season started. I thought it was going to be good.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not hearing too much about Jaquiski Tart, and I don't know if that's is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Good point.
Like, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Man, he had so much potential back in the day. You know, being a fan, and, you know, sometimes you get a little delusional sometimes.
And biased.
I kind of always used to think that, and you know what? I'll say it right now. Speaking out loud, I'm a Jimmy Ward fan too. But the guy can't stay healthy.
I should have known the guy who
so I guess I used to have delusions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got good taste.
Maybe I had delusions of him and Jaquiski Tart being good since they used to play together in high school and have some kind of connection back there. But obviously one can't stay healthy. And I don't know what's going on with Jaquiski lately. Is he regressing? Is he staying the same? Is he not evolving? I mean, even if you're just the
Tony,
same.
you know what, though? I got a theory on Kwaski T. You know, Kwaski, nobody gets mad at him like they do with Jimmy. But Kwaski gets hurt every year, too. So that could be that Kwaski's like easing into the season, just easing in. He's not firing anybody up. He's not grandstanding and making no crazy plays. Him and the coach maybe even had a conversation about that. Because Kyle's already decided his box is going to be Kwaski and his guy in the top is going to be Jimmy anyway, unless somebody could take them jobs away from them. So they ain't got to go 100 miles an hour. So that could be part of his mindset.
Yeah, we'll see what plays out with that because it doesn't seem like at the end of the day there's a lot of competition at that safety spot. And unfortunately, doesn't sound like Adrian Kobler is doing very good back there.
I don't know what's going on with AC. He's got to put 38 back on. Well, we'll see. Tony, we got to stop and let you get back to the kitchen activity. But fam, it's great to meet you, Tony. Shucks, man. Get on back in here tomorrow if you get a chance.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Just want to say love your show. New to it, but I love it. And it's good to be part of a family with his fellow 49er fans that care about the team as much as I do, that are out there in the off season trying to get all the information and know everything.
Yeah.
The season don't just end in the off season, baby.
Ain't that the truth? It gets better. Going to the draft and everything else, that's exciting stuff. All right, Tony. See you as soon as possible, man.
Thank you, man.
All right.
Have a good night, man. Thank you.
Yeah. Chicken parmesan, shrimp. I can actually smell. Oh, God. Demetrius!
Ronbo.
Hey, D!
What's going on, bro?
Hey, fam.
What's up, bro?
Hey, you know, I was looking for you last night. And I always know, Demetrius. I said, don't keep. Our producers keep on hitting you again. Don't bother Demetrius.
Man.
He's out. Man is tired.
I dozed off, got up, looked at the phone. I was 2 hours in. I said, man, Ronbo probably don't call my name, and I slept through it, man. I apologize, bro.
Hey,
I apologize,
Ronbo.
I tried, man.
You ain't got to be doing that, man, because you know what? you being here, period, is a good thing. And I'm feeling bad about being late getting up in here. We get to better, though.
Nah,
But
it's all
Demetrius,
good, man. I know. I understand, man. I try, though. I'm a Niner for life, man. Die hard, man. Yo,
thanks, fam.
bro.
Yeah,
Whatever for your show, man. I
and,
already know.
and Demetrius, you would get Demetrius. Are you a Kendrick Bourne fan?
Man, what? Ronbo, you already
I
know, man.
want everybody before I start because see, yesterday, anybody that wasn't a Kendrick Bourne fan had way too much of me.
Oh, man. Bro,
And
I
he did
wanted
it
to
again
get in
today.
so bad. Yo, Ronbo, man. Kaboom. You already know, Ronbo. That's my nickname for him, man.
Yeah.
He is lighting it up,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
He's dropping grenades, man. Kaboom, man. Telling you, all action, man.
Oh,
Yo, his interview was great today, Ronbo.
I gotta
Great
go check that. I can't
personality,
wait.
great young kid, man. Got a great head on his shoulders, man. Real talk. Real talk, man. I really like him, man. Like I said before, man, I've been on the Kendrick Bourne train. That's my guy, man. Like,
Man, I'm telling you, man, so proud of him right
Ronbo,
now.
he's underrated, man. NFL better watch out this year. They
I
gotta
think
watch
so.
out.
And the nice thing is, Demetrius, he has been so disrespected by so many that he drives. I think he feeds on that. You know? I really do, because he's
he
getting
does.
better every year. I see his route running seems to be razor sharp now. They showed a clip of him the other day smoking a dude. I said, oh my God, that was just ugly and mean. He may have cost that dude his job with that. Kendrick, boom, that movement for the ball was just, and boom, and he lit the ball up as the dude was trying to take it out and just lifted it up in the air so he can't reach it and walk by. I said, Kendrick get an attitude out there too. Oh,
that's a bad boy right there. That's a bad boy. And yo, Ronbo, man, and you can tell like his players evolving and he's evolving as a man.
Mentally too.
You're
Right.
I noticed today at his press conference, like I remember his rookie year, like he's coming in with the grilling, with the gold chains, with the earrings. Not today, he plain Jane, bro. Like on some San Fran attire, like he's on his, you know. You can tell. So I'm like, yo, damn, he's evolving as a person. So that's why his game is stepping up. That's what it do.
And for teams we play in the future and the DBs out there trying to say, all right, blah blah. All right, you take care of number 84. What? 84. Man, somebody needs to come. It's like Colonel Samuel Troutman in the Rocky series. Gentlemen, I don't think you know what you're up against. Why? Because I raised him.
Yeah.
Woo! Man, you know, that's Kyle's boy. People may not know it, but Kyle's working closely with Kendrick Bourne. You can tell. He got into his head. He got into his head his first year. And this is that third stage of his development. I'm loving it.
Yes, sir. Kyle's seeing that potential, man. Kyle's seeing that potential in him. And now he's reaching that. And I hope all stays well with him. They all stay healthy and all of that, man. Like, I really think, like, one of them dudes is going to be the odd man out. And it's going to be either Henry, rookie, at the Georgia Southern.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to let go Matthews just because contract situation as far as that go. But
and
like
he brings good stuff to the table. He does. He brings
Nah, he does. He brings that veteran, you know, that veteran leadership to it. You know what I mean? He's a big guy.
Yeah, he can play.
They need that. Like, you know what I mean? Like 3rd and 6 or something. You could put a slant in right. You know what I mean? He's a big guy. He make that impact. You know what I mean? But yeah, Ronbo, I think we're gonna be all right though. But my man Verrett about to catch that. Woo, he about to get a slapping out there in the West, man.
Oh,
you know what I mean, Ronbo?
Man, if we keep him on the field most of the season, I don't care if he even plays 13 games, because if we go 13-3 because Brett wasn't there, I'm good to go. You know what I'm saying? So, man.
We're going 14-2, Ronbo.
Okay, so he misses 2 games. Maybe we played him 2 games out as Cardinals.
Ronbo.
I like it.
14-2,
I ain't gonna argue.
Ronbo. I swear for God, we're going to win 9 straight, man. I got to think higher of my team, man, because that's my team. So, whoever's feeling iffy about that, oh, well, man, I got to reach for the stars, bro. I don't care about preseason too much because we evaluating. But if we winning or losing,
you got to sort them out. You got to sort them
it is
out.
what
You
it
got to see
is.
who you
And
gonna
if we
keep.
go
Who
win
you ain't gonna
defeated,
keep.
and if we go undefeated, that tell me something because that's like second and third team coming in playing ball. That means they know the offense.
If the 49ers go undefeated,
So,
I may have to check into a hospital and do this program because you know what? I will
oh man, Rob, I'll be there with you, bro.
I'll get
I'll be checking
overjoyed.
somewhere too.
I will be talking major smack. I'll be looking for Raider fans and Rams fans and Cowboy fans walking down the street. And I got other things to do, but I'm just walking around trying to find them. Hey, check that out.
Yes, sir. Yes,
How the Cowboys
sir.
look this year?
Yes,
You
sir.
got to get 7 of your boys out of a. Hey, you should ask Jerry Jones if them bailing them dudes out works up against the cap.
Yeah, how you feel? How you feel about that, Ronbo? How you feel about that?
They're a comedy team.
Question for you before I go, Ronbo. Question for you before I go. Zeke,
They're a cover up.
or Melvin Gordon?
Between the two,
who would you take?
Melvin Gordon?
Yeah.
Because Zeke is going to end up and getting
right
serious trouble. What the hell is wrong with Zeke?
Yeah.
You know, do you know the thing is he was involved in a cover-up from a car accident? Why can't Zeke? How does he find? He's involved. They say the Cowboys did a thing where they covered up somehow so Zeke could play in the playoff game, but Zeke had just got out of a serious car accident, and apparently it must have been his fault. What is wrong with him? Why can't he stay out of trouble? In serious
got
trouble.
That money, he going crazy, man. He got that money, acting wild, man. He need like an advisor near him somewhere. Like, he need an invention. He need a son,
or a chaperone.
You gotta relax.
Like they did.
For real.
Yeah. But hey, the majors, get some rest, fam. Hey, be back tomorrow looking for you.
No doubt, Ronbo. It's the weekend, baby. You already know, man. It's the weekend. It's all good, baby. I understand the business, baby. Ronbo, you already know, man. I love you, man. Thank you for all you do. Nine Empire, love y'all too, man. Enjoy your weekend.
You
do. Do it up, man.
Nice to meet you. Oh, man. We go to area code 470. Hello.
Ronbo, what's up? It's Chris, man.
Hey, Big Chris.
It's a different number.
Hey,
what's
Chris.
Good, man?
Come on in, fam.
Look, I've been here listening. Every time I've been working late, can't call in, but yo, all I gotta say is, yo, this training camp, man. Like, I don't know if I remember feeling this good back when Harbaugh was here.
I know, we had exciting players when Harbaugh was here, but you had certain players that you could get crazy about, and you knew that some of the guys were just support casts. But this team, offense and defense, has got high level potential stars all over the field. This is interesting to watch as it develops. I mean, it's just
Look, I was watching. I was listening to the Matt Barrows and Kenya Martin.
Oh yeah, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And they would ask that question about the defense, and I was like, you're right. I think you can't put it in stone, man. I'd be pissed off if we come to first preseason game and somebody run all over them. Like, I just want to see just a little bit of it. All right, everybody get off the floor. I can get off the field, but the defense. That's all you keep hearing is how that line is making it difficult for folks, and they're attacking. And then you keep hearing Julian Taylor's name come up.
I know, right?
And everything. I wonder, man.
And Matt really likes Julian Taylor.
Yeah. He does.
But but Chris, did you catch that one remark he made that is so? I knew this was going to happen. Matt says it's not even the stars of this team; it's the other players that have stepped their games up as well. And that's when he started mentioning guys like Julian Taylor and others. He says all these guys are everybody's picked their game up a notch. You get these guys that we looked upon as being somewhat average that have taken the game to the next level, and then you add guys that naturally have a high-level game. Good God. It's no wonder Jimmy went 5 for 14 the other day. It ain't because of Jimmy being bad. It's because that defensive line is outrageous. God, and they're just getting warmed up. Wait till week 4 when they get in full stride.
You got to do your job, man, against that defense. So, hey, that should make our offense that much more potent, though, when they get ready to play other teams.
Oh, hell yeah.
I think somebody said it on the phone last night. Was it, there's no other team that's got as many number ones that we got on the front.
Nobody does. What team has
Nobody does,
the whole front line is all first-round picks? Remember the Dallas Cowboys had all first-round picks in their offensive line and how they dominated? Look for the same thing to happen on an all first-round pick defensive front. It ain't going to be no different. Ain't nobody going to be able to do nothing with that defensive line. Nobody.
And another observation I got, too, that they've been talking about, and I think this was really going to make the difference, and why they didn't invest into the secondary like that, is the coaching is different. The coaching is better. And we playing a different scheme, too, with coverage I've been noticing. And I think they said something about that, like, they not playing no 10 yards off or whatever this in the preseason looks like. They've been, like, jamming them boys off the line, whatever. So I know that used to frustrate us. But Joe Woods with those DBs, Chris Passeri with the D-line, like DeMarco Ryan is doing his thing with the linebackers. And then Chris Walker, not with Chris Walker, Walker and Wes Walker and Austin.
Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting his name, too, the Dallas Cowboy guy.
Yeah. But everybody is saying, like, and listening to Kendrick Bourne today, where he was saying, like, it's saying, like, they pushing these boys, like, you got to be on your shit every time, So, like he said, when it comes regular game time, it should just be
automatic.
Yep.
Man, and Austin, what are we, Austin? Miles Austin. Yeah.
Miles Austin.
Offensive quality control. Yeah.
Yeah. But you see him out there pushing. Man, I saw the little footwork drill they had him doing today where they was just slamming his feet, whatever, and doing the ball. Like, we had, like, it was about a good 5 of them. Looked like they went through the drill and did it. It looked like robots. It was like an assembly line.
I mean, because you either do it, can you imagine Chris Kasurik and coaches like Chris Kasurik is scary. He runs up to a player like he's getting ready to knock him out. But what does he do? He drops down right into his ear. His lips probably bumping up against your earlobes as he's just right up in your face, yelling and screaming. I was saying, oh, my God. Yeah. That would scare me into playing, right? And busting butt on every play. Yeah. That works, man.
That's activating these boys, though, man. I love it, man. I can't wait to see it, man. I can't wait to see it, man. But, hey.
You will get a product this year. And like you're talking about now, the coaching staff, the whole culture has shifted in another direction suddenly, but in the right direction. Ain't nobody, boy, you come out there and you ain't got nothing to offer, we waved them. Didn't they waive a tight end? I'm still trying to remember why they waived that tight end to get another tight end. If we find out he was out there BSing, because there's no reason to waive to get another tight end. Somebody said this guy might be, what's his name, Helm or something? Somebody said he might be a better special teams player, but he ain't going to make the team either. There's about 4 tight ends that got a shot, and anybody after number 4 is, forget it. I mean, I feel bad about that, but that's true.
And that's if they don't try to get creative and list Jalen Hurd as a tight end just so we can keep some of those extra wide receivers, That would be a nice move,
Maybe. Yes, that's the only room that's open because the running back room is too full. The wide receiver room, as you just mentioned, is too full. The tight ends, oh man, that's a full room too, though. Oh, Joe, at least one of them will be on the IR all the season.
Right. Right now, if you a GM, you keep your eye on who the 49ers release.
I know, right?
You'll be good.
I know, because they're going to have to let some talent go. That's true. And I guarantee you that Pete Carroll is sitting in the stands every day that he's not working out his own team. He's probably sitting in the stands at Levi Stadium getting a good look at what's going on. He's wearing a disguise of some kind, where he's got his people down there. You can believe that. Boy. Hey, dude, Chris, we're going to have to go, fam. Let me see you tomorrow if you get a chance.
We'll try.
Hopefully. All right, Chris. Have a good night, fam.
Okay. You too.
Hey, and Lori. Hey, Lori. Lord Manalos, hey, shout out to the Nighthawk Hit Squad and my Niner Faithful fam. Let's have a healthy, successful season, Faithfuls. Bang, bang, Niner gang, Niner Faithful, all hashtag stay blessed. Thanks, Lori, for that contribution, too. Ed out in New York. Ed!
What's up, Ronbo?
Ed, man, just having a good time looking at the beast on this team, man. I mean, somebody just said it. I'm always afraid to say these things. But, Ed, maybe you may have similar feelings. Compare what you're seeing now at this unit with the units that Harbaugh started off with that were built by McLuhan and Mike Singletary and company, man. That was a battering machine defense, but I've been afraid to make a comparison. But what do you think?
It's almost too difficult to compare. I mean, Harbaugh was great.
That team was great too.
Love the guy. He was great defensively, amazing. But I really can't compare. I mean, this team right now. I mean, the way it's set up. I mean, almost every defensive part is just covered. You know, I still have my questions with the safety position.
A lot of people do.
Man, the corners are just locked down. I mean, if these guys are healthy, right? Sherman Verrett. I mean, and the gentleman before was talking about Witherspoon, and also for this one here, since we're talking about corners. I don't think I think he mentioned that he had heard a pop or something. There was some mentioning about him popping.
But that hasn't been confirmed. But Dre mentioned that. Yeah.
And unless, of course, they're basically lying. It's the glute, right? So the glute is like the butt. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how you would pop a muscle like that, but
you really have to explode to the point where it would just tear like that.
Yeah. How do you pop a butt?
It depends on how hard his explosion. But I didn't know he had that kind of explosion. And usually, guys built more like Matt Breida and especially Jerick McKinnon, where the muscle is just really dense. They've got the potential to explode to the point where their skeletons probably can't really handle it well. So when they do explode like that, all of the force and torque comes right into the muscle. It could be physically possible, but he doesn't. I don't think Ahkello's exploding that hard, though. So maybe he'll be okay.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, unless he's doing other activity, but I won't even go there.
Hey!
Going back to the defensive part of the discussion. Everything's locked down, and I tell you, I had this conversation with my coworker. He's a Giants fan, and I was just like, you know what?
Of course.
Happy guys, but I'm like, you guys are lucky. You're not going to be facing the Niners this season because, I mean, it would be like a retirement. It would be Eli Manning's retirement. It'd be like his last game because this team is just going to destroy offenses. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, the depth alone is just wow. I mean, if you really think about it, this actually. Well, I'm just going to say it, 6 first-rounders on that defensive front. Because if Katavius Street, granted we wouldn't have gotten him, but if Katavius Street, his ACL tear, he would have been definitely top 10 without a doubt because he was a beast.
Forgot about
He was a beast. So,
that's why they went after him.
Guy, I mean, wow, it's crazy. I've never been so excited. I love defenses. Don't get me wrong, I like the offense, but I love defense. Defense is so tough. Just hit people and just smash mouth them into the ground. That's what I'm talking about. Nice. It's going to be crazy. I just can't even wait.
And you're right too, because defense represents a game from a pure standpoint. If you like conquering, if you'd like to see guys just get physically defeated, the defense that denies a high-powered offense, that is such a rush. I mean, remember when I hate to use them as an example, but remember when the Seattle Seahawks, man, they went in there and they took the Super Bowl from Manning. Peyton, legendary Manning, they just beat him up. Him and the Broncos, and took that Super Bowl that we would have most likely done the same thing that year, but we had to find a way to lose to the Hawks in that playoff game. But our defense was every bit as tough. Oh, man. That would have been ring number 6.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? That's those are the games where I just say, you know what? That was taken away from us. I mean, the what ifs. What if?
I know. Because it was that close.
Penalty that wasn't. It's like what if the penalty that wasn't called a few plays before didn't happen? Bowman would have never gotten that injury after stripping that ball from I can't remember who he. But I mean, those little things that really kind of irk me. But not want to get my frustrations from the past. But and I want to also mention the receivers. So I'm thinking your boy
Kendrick.
Kendrick is definitely going to make it. This guy. This is how you can tell players are so good. And I believe it was last year. I can't remember who he played against, but I was like, who the F is this? And he catches, he leaps, like you said, 6 feet in the air. I think last night you said leaps 6 feet in the air, and he catches the ball, and he gets nailed, crushed, holds on to the ball, gets up like nothing happened. I'm like,
right? Big smile on his face, walking back to the huddle, and the defenders have to be thinking like, what the hell we got to do to that guy to get him to cough up the ball?
And he gets up like nothing happened and walks away. I'm like, damn. I mean, that's what I want. I want a guy like that, in the red zone. You put that guy, you put Jalen Hurd next to him, Kittle, out on the side, and
give me Dante Pettis in there too, because his route running ability is also an option I want Jimmy to have on those plays, because Dante can make guys look stupid running those short routes, and those are short routes he can do that on. So yeah, God.
But it's like you have a guy that can leap that high, and so
I know.
Good. He's a guy that can move the chain. He's a down guy. This team is just so talented, and so I actually foresee, and maybe some people will disagree with me. I think Matthews will make the team, but we'll probably be carrying 7 receivers.
I'm thinking that's going to have to be it. You're not going to cut Kendrick, but you don't want to cut Matthews. That's not a good move. So you're going to have to find a way. You got to keep them all.
As much as I really like Richie James, he just can't fit, and you can't fit everyone.
It's a redundant because you got Deebo Samuel come out of the slot. You already got Trent Taylor, who they're not going to cut. Don't even entertain that thought. And you got Matthews plays out of the slot. You got a lot of guys who can play out of the slot, and they're going to give him that speech as they say, Richie, there's a place for you in this NFL, so don't you? We're saying goodbye, but we're saying goodbye only from here. You're going to be in this league. Yeah.
I don't think he'll get cut. I think 1's found a way to make a trade and just trade like a 7th rounder, get a 7th round pick for him, because he's talented too.
He's a good football player. He's good, and he could grow too. And we got to go though. And I tell you what, man, it's fun talking to you. Let's see you tomorrow if you get some time. All right.
Yeah, I'll definitely try to call in and
all right. Yeah. And we're gonna try to get in earlier for the East Coast too. Isn't he coming in late again for the 3rd night in a row? I'm gonna do my best to get here on time tomorrow.
Yeah, not tomorrow, so it's okay. I can do this.
Thanks,
but Ronbo, for hosting the show, appreciate it. All you Niners fans and the faithful, let's go Niners!
Yeah, and great to meet you, Ed. Have a great night.
Good night. Yeah.
Oh man. And he hails from the West Coast. He does not like Rudy. He doesn't like Texas boy either. He is Roberto. Roberto, what are you playing? Roberto, are you playing that?
Yeah, man. That's my
I
my
thought you was...
intro, man. Look.
Roberto, what is that? All right, Roberto, you can't play the whole thing, Roberto. Copyright. All right, Roberto. Good stuff. Hey, Roberto.
Yeah, what up, man?
Hey, you know, Roberto, man.
Yeah, that's my yeah.
It's like another day of Jimmy G had another great day.
Yeah,
And
day, yeah.
my favorite guy had another great day.
Yeah.
But you know what? I can't enjoy it like I want to because Roberto, Deforest, Buckner wasn't there, Dee Ford wasn't there, Richard Sherman only played half a workout. So, you know. But I'm still enjoying it anyway. Roberto!
Yeah,
Roberto's coming. And, hey, Roberto, we don't have a bad quarterback. Apparently, who's that? I think, according to Justin, C.J. Beathard had a pretty good day today. What are you going to do about your quarterbacks now?
Man.
There's only one day, though. Nick Mullins is still the second guy.
I like Nick Mullins. You know what? I'll just keep Jimmy G and Nick Mullins. I'll trade CJ, or I'll just like, my man CJ, you're out of here, man. You're a waste of a quarterback. So you're out, man. You're out.
I don't know. We got to, Roberto, do you know that we need to wait until the preseason games on these quarterbacks, especially the quarterbacks? The rest of the guys are probably not going to look a lot different than they do now. But the quarterbacks, CJ and Nick, I got a feeling Nick's still going to rise above. But CJ's another guy that we beat up and bash and talk bad about all the time.
Yeah.
That dude could come in a man on a mission. I don't know. And he should have learned something by now. This is his third year. Roberto, how are you going to be bad under Shanahan 3 years? We'll see.
Well, you know what? Well, Nick Mullins, he looks very good, man. Like in the off season, he was training. No, he was
Hard.
working on the arm and the throw. Man, this shit, boy, he got a nice throw now. Like he improved. Like he got much better. So man, man, he's gonna be nice, man.
He had
As the backup.
Yeah, he had a little bit of a slow day for him today.
Yeah.
But I think because he's liable to be back great tomorrow. So we'll see.
Man, well, I'm on Nick Mullins over CJ because CJ, he choked.
And also, nobody's noticing. How do you feel about Kwaski T? Nobody's talking about Kwaski T very often. But we're not hearing a word about Kwaski T. I'm trying to remember, Roberto, I'm trying to remember from day 1 to day 6, has a thing been said about Kwaski? I'm hearing about Marcel Harris all the time.
No.
Where is Kwaski T?
I don't know, man. Maybe he's I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with him or why they're not talking about him.
Has Marcel Harris got a chance to make Kwaski be his second?
I think Marcel Harris might take Kwaski's spot. So maybe Kwaski might get cut.
That would be the case. Now, if that should happen, because they're not going to play, you can't get starter money and be a backup. Kwaski's getting starter money.
Yeah.
But you know what? I got to tell you, bro. For that reason, coaches aren't going to consider making a move unless they absolutely have to, usually. But Shanahan just wants to win. If Marcel Harris is the guy to help him win, he has no problem. Just like he did to Eric Reed. When Kwaski beat out Eric Reed, he told Eric, man, you got to learn how to play linebacker. Remember that? And Eric says, man, I don't want to play linebacker.
Well, you know what? I like and then the other guy I like is Tamarius Moore. Well, maybe he might make the team. Or I
Oh,
like
we know.
Marcel. I like Marcel Harris and Tamarius Moore.
Deforest Bourne
And
definitely makes this team, no doubt
yeah,
about it.
yeah, yeah. And Tamarius Moore is better than T.
Mm.
So, because
You know, but
T
Tavares,
hasn't done
he
nothing.
he's a more of a free safety. I got to tell you though, you know, we're not talking about it much because we figure Adrian Colbert is having
Yeah.
issues. He needs it.
Colbert,
He's got
yeah.
to put that 38 back on because he's
Oh,
been
yeah, because
different ever since he
right,
changed clothes. Oh,
well, he gotta get that 38 back because because that 38 is just gonna make him look like just
Golson.
what? Yeah, if he doesn't get the 38, now he's gonna do the same thing as he's gonna be the same player like last year because when he had the 38, now he was killing it. I remember when he the last game in versus the Rams, he like knocked that the Rams player,
Out.
like like he like boom, like he destroyed his ass. I'm like damn.
Oh, Roberto,
Yeah.
we have got to go because it's so late. We'll see if we get some more people in before it gets too
Oh
late.
yeah.
So I'll be looking for you tomorrow, fam. All right? Because I know you be in there playing
Oh,
music and singing and carrying on. I'm still looking for you to
well
start singing.
yeah. I had to do the WWE intro and say Roberto.
Got to do it.
Yeah,
Roberto.
Ronbo show.
All right,
Yeah.
Roberto. See you tomorrow, fam.
Yeah, man. See you tomorrow, man. Peace out. Much love, everybody. See you tomorrow. Peace.
There he is as he goes back under the curtain and into the locker room. And Kenny!
What's up, Ronbo?
Kenny, man, I'm telling you, man, I'm on a second day high, man. My boy Kendrick is still out there looking great. I did not want him to get cut. I was worried a minute that I said, Kendrick's going to be the odd man out. No, but Kendrick is going to be the man who takes somebody else's job. Can you imagine, Kenny? My fantasy says I got Kendrick on one side starting. I don't know who I got on the other side, but Kendrick's on one side. I know, Kenny's going to say, Rumble, you need to calm down. Go ahead and say it. I know it's coming.
He's looking hot, man. Can't deny him. He looks hot.
Yeah,
So
man, I am impressed.
I'm one of those guys. I still think, man, there's a chance that Goodwin might not be on our team. So I mean, there's a lot of young guys, man, that are coming up that are still good or that are good.
Good.
And
yeah. Well, Kendrick's
never
only 20. I think Kendrick's only 27 himself. You know what, though? As I've always said, Kendrick plays a role on that team. So he's pretty much fixed in his. I'm sorry. Keith plays a role on the team. So he's kind of fixed in his position. But,
I don't know, man.
Well, we'll see. Kyle wants that speed. Unless he had another speedster. Then, when he was in Atlanta, he had Taylor Gabriel. But remember, Taylor Gabriel wasn't a part of everything, but he was used strategically because he's only a split second slower than Marquise. So you put guys like that out there because now the defense has no choice. You let that guy go, and it's an automatic TD, especially with a guy like Matty Ice. Taylor Gabriel had to be watched. Yeah.
Here's my reasoning behind it is that, man, if we let one of these young players go and they turn out to be great players, which they probably are, do you keep Goodwin just for one more year? And when you could have kept some youngster that's going to have a high ceiling career ahead of them, you know what I mean?
The thing is, they're gonna keep their draft picks anyway. So that's not a young player. The only young player that's younger than Goodwin that's not already pretty much got it made is already fixed. I don't know that you're not gonna. Richie James doesn't have enough to take Goodwin's job. You know what I mean? And I say that only because, as I say, Goodwin's got a little more juice in him. He's got a little more experience, and he's done a lot more. So I got a guy that runs 4.2 something, or 4.3, almost 4.2. I'm not getting rid of him because I need him in positions where he's going to really screw up. If I got a guy like George Kittle and Marquise Goodwin, I can do a number of things with this offense that I can't do without one of them. You know what I mean? And I think that's what Kyle Shanahan's thinking. This is like if I got a car and I got nitrous, I'm going to beat most people, right, in a straightaway. So you take my nitrous off, and now I'm like everybody else almost that's got a good set of wide receivers. But if I got the fastest guy in the league, I'm not getting rid of him. I'm figuring that's the way Kyle's thinking from looking at the way his offense is set up.
We'll see, man. We'll see. But,
If you get any bet, don't bet Keith gets cut.
Yeah, Will said something earlier about he compared the Harbaugh era to our team now, and I was thinking about that. And man, to be honest, the only thing we're missing is our secondary, the Deshaun Goldson, the Dante Whitner. Man, that's what we're missing right now.
Yeah.
Everything else is pretty comparable to that era.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
God. And in some places, maybe a little stronger, especially from the corners.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, look at they sat a couple guys down, Dee Ford and Buckner, for their little injuries, took them out of the game. Now look at our offense, man. Our offense is pumping, dude.
They're just partying out there now, man. Everything's completed. So, yeah.
That's going to be a scary defense, man, when we get out there. It's going to be scary.
God.
I'm looking forward to it, man. San Francisco, baby. And to end the whole this whole CJ Beathard thing, man. Come on, dude. I don't care what we've seen in practice. You know what? We've seen him play in regular season games. And he can't win games, man. And it's proven, dude. We've seen it year in, year out. The dude cannot win. So no matter how good he looks, he just can't pull it off. So Nick Mullins all the way right here.
Yeah, I just can't imagine. He should have learned a few. The problem with him, though, he's got a decent arm and everything. It takes, I don't know what CJ takes so long to process. By now, you're in your third year in the NFL. You should be able to make quicker decisions. Get rid of the ball, CJ.
Yeah. He needs that's something that he hasn't fixed, man. He never has. Yeah. He sits out there and wait and just gets obliterated, man.
And we thought it was the offensive line. I didn't think it was the offensive line. When people said, well, what's he going to do behind that offensive line? He's going to get rid of the ball. The offensive line's not designed to hold the defense forever. Make a decision. CJ, go through a couple of reads and let it fly. Oh. Yeah. Boom. Oh, God. Is he okay? Oh, Jesus, that had to hurt. Because he even takes some cataclysmic hits. Oh, man. I would have threw the ball away or something, but, that's what I'm saying. So we'll see. Yeah. Maybe he's learned something, Kenny. We may see something in preseason games. We'll be shocked. Who knows?
Yeah. Hey, anyways, Ronbo, I'm going to get out of here. Shout out to the Hit Squad. Shout out to the Night Out Fan Club. All the Ronbo maniacs in the chat. Especially Ronbo, A1 since day one.
Thanks,
Let's go, baby.
Yeah.
13-3 because we got Jimmy G. 13-3 because we got Jimmy G. Let's go, baby.
Come on. Sit him off and get some time, fam. Oh, man. Hey, Lou. There's Jersey Joe passing by. He's not doing them drive-bys. Hey, somebody call. Hey, don't come driving down through at that speed. Somebody call the police.
Finally, Ronbo.
Lewis.
Finally, Ronbo. Like Trey says, finally, and I do mean finally.
You do that good, too.
Right. Ronbo.
Yes.
I think I don't know what happened, Ronbo. When you, it's like the call was to hang up. Do you have to wait back in line, or does the call, does your call in line get held?
No. Everybody should get held, unless sometimes the system collapses and it hangs up everybody. But no, we try to take it any order that people call in. We try to.
Call in. Okay. No, because
and then sometimes you skip to the East Coast.
Like mid. Yeah. Like one time, well, it just hung up mid, and I'm like, oh man, maybe I have to wait until the end. But
no.
I'm good, Ronbo.
Yeah, producers are watching who came in. If you get hung up and call back in, we'll know where you were. Yeah, no problem with that.
Okay. That's cool. That's cool, Ronbo.
Right.
But how you doing, Ronbo?
Oh, Lewis, I'm in seventh heaven, man. If Kendrick has a day again tomorrow, Lewis, I know I shouldn't be going like crazy about this. It is practice, but still, I love to see Kendrick do well. If he has another day tomorrow, look out, man. I'm telling you, Lewis, it'll get stupid in here, man.
Ronbo.
I love
Ronbo.
Kendrick,
Come on,
man.
Ronbo.
Love him.
Ronbo, Kendrick, we already know Kendrick. Actually, Ronbo, like I said, I met Kendrick because I used to work security at Bay 101, and he used to go there, and he brought some of the boys out there. It's a cool little casino, but family oriented and stuff like that. Yeah. It's nice, and he brought some other players that were, I think they made the practice squad. It was like some backup linebackers. Maybe something, but yeah, I talked to him. He's a cool dude. Like he's definitely taller than he's listed because I'm 5'11", and he said he was on his thing listed says like 6'1", but he looks like he's like 6'2", 6'3".
Really?
But,
well, he may have grown since
he's definitely tall.
2 years.
He's definitely taller than listed. Like he's pretty tall, but no, yeah, I mean Kendrick's a good guy, Ronbo. He stays out of trouble,
Hey, before we get through listing all his attributes, remember he doesn't get hurt either.
Absolutely, Ronbo. But Ronbo, come on, he led all receivers on that crappy team while you had C.J. Beathard, the gas station employee, and Nick Mullins, the used car salesman, throwing them balls. Like, come on, Ronbo.
Hey, I think that's a good thing. Whoa, Lewis, you think that's a knock? I think that's
a good
awesome.
thing. That's what I said. You have two decent well, Beathard's not decent. Mullins is, but when you have those guys actually getting him the ball and he's making yards after catch and do what he can and actually get separation so he can get a decent ball.
His thing.
It's not like Jimmy G or one of these elite quarterbacks that can throw the tight windows. It's like, I got to get separation or I'm not going to be able to get this ball because look who's throwing it to me. So that's just a fact.
Yes, you go.
But yeah, I mean, I have no doubt, Kendrick. Jimmy looked good though. Jimmy was out there throwing dots, dotting up poor Richard Sherman. He was throwing him on a dime.
I tell you,
and I mean a string, Ronbo.
Every workout, every workout, Lewis, look for him to get better each and every workout. People forget he's been off for a long time. People expected perfection from day one, getting all over him, talking bad about him. We got to get Kirk Cousins in there, get rid of him. Oh, stop. Let that boy warm up a little while.
Exactly. Just let him. Yeah, like you said. But yeah, I know Kenny called. No disrespect to Kenny, but he sounds a little crazy talking about we gonna let go of Goodwin. Like that's Jimmy G's only connection that he has. Like that's the only guy he's been thrown to. The 5-0 run that we had, he was the main leading receiver.
Main dude.
We can't let go of that guy.
Yeah,
he was the main dude. So that's really the only connection he has.
Yeah. He was him and Trent Taylor. So Goodwin's
in. Yeah, him and Trent, exactly. So you kind of got to, the quarterback has already kind of has a connection with somebody. You can't relinquish that connection because then you feel like, well, damn, I got Debo's new, Hurd's new. Have thrown to Kendrick a couple times, not really familiar with him and how he runs routes. It's the same thing, you know what I'm saying? So Jimmy's getting acclimated, but like I said, he looked good today. He's out here throwing dimes and dots, Ronbo. So we're looking good, Ronbo. I'm excited. Fantasy starting, football starting. We had the Hall of Fame game yesterday.
Yep.
So life is great, Ronbo. It is a time to be alive. Niner football. We are here. We are now, Ronbo.
I tell you. It's time to start singing like John Cena, man. I'm telling you, a time is here.
Exactly.
A time is now. You can't see me, but time is now. Oh, God, it's bananas. Yes, this is it.
Exactly,
this is the year they make a statement.
And also, too, exactly. It is, Rumbo. Like you said, 10-6, 4-11-5 is the goal. Playoffs no matter what. But Dre was saying, piggyback off what Dre was saying, though, about Bosa, too, the technician, man. Like I said, the double hand swipe, Bosa family crest, jewel move, whatever you want to call it. Whatever that thing that runs in the family with the double hand swipe.
It's
one
insanity.
of the most elite.
That's what you call it.
It is, because I was watching the video of Melvin Ingram and him, and they were talking about it, the double swipe move, and they were just, a lot of people were breaking down just how elite that move is. It's how they let you put the hands on them. Then they do like a flip. It's like a karate move. It's crazy, man. But they do like a flip with outside of the hands and then swipe down. And then they get in the inside leverage of the shoulder and they're already to the quarterback. So
it's a 1, 2, 3 step move, and there's few people can tell.
Right.
Lewis, here's the fun thing about this. Remember when he did that to Joe first day they were still wearing pajamas, and everybody said, "Yeah, wait till you get the pads on." I say,
Right.
I don't know, is that going to make a lot of difference? And sure enough, Joe's wearing pads, all pro, first ballot Hall of Famer, most likely. And there's little Nick rolling by him, tearing him up with technique. See, and Joe's good. Wait till some of these yahoos that don't know. Well, they made
What
the
they're
game
doing.
on a C- or
Oh,
C+.
yeah.
Go get, boy.
Oh, but Rumble too though. Like, just imagine the matchups they can do with Dee Ford and Bosa. You know, swapping sides. Like, you know, you got Dee Ford, a great bender, an elite bender that bends around the tackles, and then you have a technician that gets on the inside of the shoulder. I mean, you could just go ahead and, you know, take your pick which one you want to face. And you know, you're gonna have to keep the tackles are gonna have their head on a swivel because you're gonna be getting like, which one? Oh, is that Bosa? Is that Ford? Oh snap! I don't know which one. Oh, he beat me, and you know what I'm saying? So. We looking good, Ronbo.
And Lewis, you mentioned that. You know, Dee already said that him and Nick will be switching sides. Dee's going to go over to the big end sometime, and Nick will be over on the Leo. Well, you know what's really funny? Because the left side is where the best tackle is, right? So you go ahead and you put either what Nick's going to be on the other side with the other tackle, the one that's probably okay, but he ain't like the left side. What is that dude going to be able to do against Nick?
Exactly. But then also too, I line up D. Yeah,
Get such a rush off this
You
stuff.
just can't wait to see that. No, but definitely, Ronbo, same thing with Defo. Like, you know, you can line Defo up against the guard and the tackle, and I guarantee you, Defo's, you know, his presence, let alone, could go ahead and, you know, attract double teams and allow, you know, Dee Ford, Bosa to get that one-on-one right off the edge, Ronbo, and it's gonna look pretty scary this year. Telling you, some people don't believe it, but no, I'm telling you, top 5 defense, Ronbo. I see some people like, now we won't even crack top 10, top 50.
Oh,
Ronbo,
man, let the people
5.
keep talking, man. They don't know what you're talking about. Let them keep talking.
Ronbo,
I just want to keep writing names down so we can, hey, what happened?
No, Ronbo, but I'm telling you, Ronbo, listen, real quick, Ronbo. We acquired Quan, we acquired Dee Ford. We drafted Bosa, we drafted Greenlaw, we got some help on offense. Ronbo, that defense though, looking stout. Like I said, we made a lot of free agent acquisitions on defense. We brought some players back from injury, including Tart. Sherman's now fully 100%. We signed Verrett on a vet minimum. Now listen, Ronbo, that was a great signing because, like we all said, it's only a 50-50 because of his injury. You know, his injury and availability. But if he can play, we know he's a baller. He's a Pro Bowler. He's putting up Pro Bowl numbers.
Lewis, too much, man. Lewis, we got to go. I'm going to see you tomorrow, Lewis. And don't worry about falling. If you fall out, we'll get you right back into what are you supposed to be in, promise. All right.
Of course, Ronbo. I never even doubted you, brother. You take it easy, Ronbo. Have a good night. God bless you. Thank you for all that you do,
Lewis.
Ronbo.
Appreciate you, fam. Have a good night. Oh, God. This is so much fun getting crazy over the 49ers right now. In fact, if you're buying popcorn, next time you go to Costco or any place like that, we can buy in bulk. Make sure you get lots. Russo!
What's up, Ronbo?
Oh, Russo, you know, man, I just get overjoyed by all these fantastic things I hear out of camp. And then we get guys coming in here that were out there and telling you exactly what they saw, and it just makes you just good Lord. The reporters can only write so much, right? And then you get like eyewitness accounts. And, oh my God, really? Oh, Russo, this is really shaping up into they started from clay and they're now building into a Picasso. Hey, did he work with clay or was just a painter? Never mind, that's for another day. Russo, your assessments on this glorious day. Kendrick Bourne, Jimmy G's out there starting to find his stride. The chemistry's building. Go! Okay, I'm done, Russo, because I got to calm down. I'll never make it to the season if I don't chill out.
Deep breath.
Oh, man. What are you thinking, Russo?
Well, I'm definitely liking what I'm seeing out of Verrett. Obviously, that's the guy that I've been kind of highlighting throughout this off season. That I'm my favorite free agent guy that we picked up. I mean, Dee Ford was a trade, so I mean that's obviously our number one move there, and then bringing in Bosa and Quan. But Quan, I feel like he won't be completely what he can be yet, and I think the same goes for Verrett. But that upside in Verrett is through the roof, and I'm just really, really, really hoping that he comes back to what he was. But I guess I kind of wanted to look at this whole wide receiver group and kind of discuss that real quick. And I mean, if you look at Shanahan's track record, we're pretty much only keeping 6 guys. Going through some names, I'm looking at Pettis. I'm looking at Debo. I'm looking at Debo and Hurd. Really, I mean, the second and third round pick. I don't see them not being on the roster. There's no doubt about
those 3 positions. Yep.
Right. So Trent Taylor.
Yeah.
Trent Taylor was in question, I think, going into it, coming off the back surgery. Yeah. Right. I got Trent Taylor in, that's 4. I got Goodwin in, that's 5. Yeah. Goodwin's my special guy. He's my default guy. He's my my gadget guy. Whatever you really need from him, you can throw him in there.
Can get open when nobody else can, and so that means there's only one guy between
we got
3
Kendrick Bourne
positions.
We got Kendrick Bourne, we got Richie James, and we got Jordan Matthews.
Oh.
Now, did you watch the Richard Hightower interview today?
Yeah. Special teams coach, exactly.
Right. Special teams coach. Majority of the interview, they were, talking to him about the punter, Mitch, and, talking about his punts and stuff like that. But the second half of it, they were, asking questions about how Pettis and Taylor have been, running punts, and Breida's been returning kicks. And when they referred, Kyle wants to put whoever's the best guy back there, regardless of, doesn't matter. But when they were asking him about Pettis, he brought up Richie James. Like, he was like, yeah, but we really like Richie there. And when they brought up Breida, he's like, yeah, but we really like Richie there. Yeah. So he was kind of going to Richie, and then what they said was when they're coming down to these final cuts, they want guys that are versatile. They want versatile guys for the roster.
Do more than one thing. I know.
And by more than one thing, I don't mean play inside, play outside. As a running back, it doesn't mean be able to pass or be able to catch and be able to run. It means be able to play offense and special teams, or play defense and special teams. So when you're on that bubble, you need to be covering up 2 of these phases. So, Big Show, if you're listening, you might want to cover your ears. But I do not think Jordan Matthews is going to make this team. I'm officially cutting Jordan Matthews. I hadn't done that until I heard that interview today. And I've come to realize that these guys are very straightforward with the things they say. They don't really leak a lot, but when they say something, they're not. It's never smoke. When there's smoke, there's fire with these guys. And I think they're kind of dabbling with Pettis and Taylor and Breida and DJ Reed on all these different return spots to see if somebody can really emerge. And I think if they're just 1,000,000% comfortable with, like, Pettis and Taylor, they're our guys, they're our returners, I think then Richie James would probably not make the cut, and I think that I would give the nod to Bourne. But if they're just so infatuated with James' ability to return, that's a key part of the game, that could be the reason that gets Bourne probably traded. I think he's going to build up enough value to be traded and not be cut.
Especially if he does a good job in preseason games. I thought about that. I said, I said that they can trade Kendrick and get something good for him because Kendrick's good.
Right.
But you're right.
So
if he's only going to keep 6.
I think we're only going to keep 6, and I've been saying that I thought it was between, Taylor and Matthews. Taylor has proven if he stays healthy, like, any of this could change, obviously, over the next couple of weeks. If someone gets injured, then obviously that changes everything. But assuming guys stay healthy, you read between the lines, it looks like Matthews had a drop today in the end zone. So that doesn't really, right. So everybody's been kind of stepping up and doing their thing. But I'm going to go ahead and say that Matthews is out, and it's going to come down to Bourne and James at this point. And it's going to come down to James, if he preseason, boom, he runs back a kick. Like, that could put him on the roster.
That'll do it.
That could solidify it. And then now all of a sudden you're showcasing Kendrick Bourne or something like that. Yeah. So
And you know, Russo, the upside to that is also I don't have to have Trent Taylor out there, and I don't have to have Dante Pettis or DJ Reed out there. These guys are very important to the other half of what they do. So, you know, if I got Richie out there, that's good because he still needs to finally earn his spot on this team. So let him continue to be that as his job. So it's gonna be that's gonna be crazy. We're gonna be that's
the only
play
argument
we'll be
against
looking
that.
at.
The only argument against that is that the best team in the NFL for the last decade plus has been the New England Patriots, and their returner is Julian Edelman, and he is their go-to guy on offense. And he runs their kicks, he runs punts. Dude
is amazing. Edelman,
right? So
is a boy. That's an asset.
I could see if Pettis can emerge. I could see them, going to him on punts and on kicks. Maybe you use DJ Reed or you use whoever, Rita or Pettis. But I think unless somebody really can emerge, that's going to be the only thing that dictates Richie James getting cut. Is what I'm starting to come to the conclusion.
And did you hear anything about Matt Breida being potentially auditioned for that role as well? I don't know. We got a lot of guys who can return. It's just that if you're going to hold on to Richie for that reason, he'd still have to compete with the rest of those guys. So it becomes
I think that's why they're right. Yeah. And I think that's why they're using all these guys to see what else is out there. Yeah. Because that's what Richie really brings to the table. Like, sure, he can play the slot. He's a pretty decent receiver. He's got some good speed. His hands are improving, but they're still questionable. That's really his. Like he's not struggling with the playbook. He's been struggling with some drops, but when he gets to the ball, he's dangerous, and he is an elite returner. So that is the main reason for keeping him.
That's it. Good stuff, Russo. Kind of sad news. Big Show's probably saying, no, they're not. I can get big. Hey, Russo, let me see it tomorrow. In fact, I think the show's hanging out, getting ready for a rebuttal.
Uh-oh. I'm ready. All
right, Russo. Great stuff, fam. See you tomorrow.
All right, have a good night.
Well, it's a big show. It's a big show on tonight. I'm telling you right now, man, I don't know what this program would be without you, man, because you just be throwing stuff out there. You throw that red meat and get people going.
as Frank, as our beloved legend Frank the Tank would say, man.
Hey, and also before you get through, make sure you address Rashad. I forgot about Gary. You haven't answered to that yet. Yeah. Okay, but go ahead with everything else.
If you do not understand my sarcasm by now, then you take things way too seriously. I
like that show. That is a good way to climb up out of that. I'd forgotten all about Gary until somebody brought that up. I had gotten over it already. I said, whoa, wait a minute. That's right.
If you hadn't heard me all off season long before the draft started, I was all on board the Josh Allen or Quentin Williams train. And you can go back and listen to all my calls and everything like that. Me pushing for them, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But
okay.
I want to amplify.
You did lose your mind for a little while.
I do. Yeah, I do. I told you the other night I was in agreement in principle with everybody on the show that we needed to address our edge rushing position in the draft with our first overall pick, and I was heavily for Josh Allen. Hi, Jersey Joe, a.k.a. Bronco Niner. That's an inside joke between him and I.
Okay.
Anyways, I was heavily in favor of Josh Allen, and I was in agreement in principle with everyone on here that we needed to address our pass rush with our first overall pick. Mm-hmm. And I was enthusiastically, eccentrically, and bombastically in favor of Josh Allen as opposed to Nick Bosa because I did not see what everybody saw. Yes, he's a Bosa. Yes, he's talented. Yes, he's an edge
So,
rusher.
wait. Let me add one more thing to that because I had got show all before the draft saying, "Show, Kyler Murray is going to the Cardinals." Oh, that's not going to
That
happen.
was another Ronbo. It almost never happens. The first two picks are almost always wrong. That was going. That's the history that I was going based off of my opinion on. Nobody predicts the first overall picks like that. That's very, very rare that happens. And just because a coach said back in October, I think it was, before he got hired onto the Cardinals, he likes this certain quarterback doesn't mean he has a good chance of getting him. You know what I mean? Like we were battling it out with the Cardinals for the first overall pick, and the rest is history. But the reason the reason I'm calling is because I actually...
You know what's going on in Miami, don't you? Josh Rosen,
I thought he was going
to start. Josh does not get a start.
No, he's losing the job to Ryan Fitzpatrick, which is kind of sad.
Yeah, well.
Fitzmagic is...
Kyler Murray was the right choice. Okay. I just want to make that clear.
We'll see about that. Running quarterbacks and 5'9", 5'10" quarterbacks don't last that long in the NFL unless you're Russell Wilson, which is very rare to find in the draft. They only compared Kyler Murray to Russell Wilson because of his height, and that was it. Russell Wilson is a rare gem to find in the draft.
I love the way you clean it up, though. Go ahead. Okay.
But anyways, the reason why I'm calling tonight is because I'm actually not going to rebuttal Russo. I'm actually in agreement with him. However, I want to turn it around what he said about Richie James. We don't have to list Richie James as a wide receiver. We can list him as a kick returner and a punt returner specialist and keep him on our squad, and Jordan Matthews will be our sixth guy. And here's why. Kyle Shanahan hired Miles Austin over in the offseason, and Miles Austin is he's one of the greatest special teams players in the NFL. There's no doubt he's talented in that area.
And you say that
we hired him. And we hired him to work with guys like Richie James, guys like Trent Taylor, who returns punts, Richie James, who returns kicks, and who also can run. Richie James is a really good special teams player as well, as far as kick returns goes. And that's the specific reason why we hired Miles Austin on, is to work with those two guys right there. And Miles Austin was hired on by Kyle Shanahan as basically a second pair of eyes for Wes Welker to see what he's not seeing in players. And Miles Austin suggested to Kyle Shanahan during the offseason and pushed for Kyle Shanahan to sign Jordan Matthews to this team. And nobody brings that up. And
because the way you heard that, so you just made that up yourself. Well, go ahead.
No, I did not make that up myself. Miles Austin pushed for Kyle Shanahan to sign Jordan Matthews. There's actually articles out there about that, linking Jordan Matthews to Miles Austin, and Miles Austin pushing Kyle Shanahan to sign Jordan Matthews. And I guarantee you, those three sat down in that room and looked at film on Jordan Matthews.
To say
Kendrick Bourne it's a cutthroat business.
Is not going to make this
Ronbo.
team.
It's a cutthroat business, Ronbo. We are falling in love with a player who produced last season. Yes, he only started 8 games last season. 8 games.
Which is why.
And that is exactly why the reason he stayed healthy all season, because he was a rotational player.
Why I enjoyed him getting 500 yards in a half a season.
Well, according to NFL standards, that's kind of below average.
How many weeks?
Not enough to make an NFL 53-man
How many
roster.
games? I got to tell you right now, Show, if Kendrick Bourne went to Buffalo, I guarantee it had more production than Jordan Matthews.
No, because Buffalo does not have a quarterback. Let's be honest, they don't.
Well, you got.
They don't have. They haven't had a quarterback since Jim Kelly. Ronbo. That's God honest truth.
How about Carson Wentz?
Carson Wentz is a really decent quarterback, and actually, if Carson Wentz was drafted in 2016,
when did Jordan Matthews leave?
He left in the end of 2017, I believe. I think so, because he was drafted. Yeah, that's correct. He was drafted in 2014 by the Eagles and had a hell of a run with Nick Foles at quarterback, and then kept his run on with Carson Wentz at quarterback.
Okay, so
and he dipped a little bit
I
in
want to ask you a
production
question, though,
because
real quick, because you're going to continue to build upon your case. I understand, but seriously, if you continue to see Kendrick Bourne outplay Jordan Matthews the entire preseason, into the preseason games and everything else, are you still going to insist on hating on Kendrick Bourne?
I'm not hating on the player, Ronbo. I'm basing my opinion off of production alone.
He's done everything
it's
you
nothing
need
to do with hate.
I'm
there
just
is
saying,
no hate in
but
this
then
at all.
why do you think that he should not make the team? Because you think Jordan Matthews
because
is a better football
player. Because he
player.
doesn't stand out, Ronbo. He doesn't stand out. That is why.
Jordan Matthews is currently standing out.
The practice squad.
It's about now.
Ronbo, can I speak, please? Can I speak, please?
Please.
How come Kendrick Bourne didn't outbeat Jerome Simpson in 2017 when we first met Jimmy Garoppolo? Why didn't he stand out then? Why did it take him all but 3 years to finally show something, and unfortunately leading him to get cut on this team? He's going to start on another team, no doubt.
Jerome Simpson?
I mean, I don't know if it was Jerome Simpson, but it was...
Jerome was gone.
I forget who it was that we signed when all of our players went down. We had over 20 guys on the IR, and it was impossible to keep.
Yeah, but Kendrick wasn't involved with that.
Anyways, Ronbo, this is a cutthroat business. We fall in love with players that, unfortunately,
you fell in love with Jordan Matthews.
Everything we say. I'm not falling in love with Jordan Matthews. I'm going based off of what his contract says, Ronbo. We are not getting rid of him. He is signed with us for a year, and we can decide what we can do with him next year. We can decide what we can do with him next year. By this time next year, we can decide what we want to do with him, either keep him or cut him. And I think we're going to cut him next year.
Jordan Matthews or Kendrick Bourne?
Theory. Yes, Jordan Matthews.
Yeah.
We're keeping him on for 1 year because he has a skill set and talent that's a little bit better and a little bit more standout-ish than Kendrick Bourne, Ronbo.
When?
And that's the bottom line. That's why
it's about
Ronbo,
right now.
Look at his career.
It's not about. I don't want to look at his career. I want to know what he's doing in practice every day.
Because you don't want to see the good in him compared to Kendrick Bourne, Ronbo.
See, you said you weren't hating on the player, but I'm talking about if we're going to compare the work being put in right now.
Let me ask you a question, Ronbo. Let me ask you a question. Did you watch Kendrick Bourne's press conference today?
Not yet. I can't wait.
He said he admitted today that he is one drop away from being pushed down from the competition.
Oh, did he?
That's how scared he is of losing his job.
Well, see, that's good. He's motivated. He's doing a good job. Jordan Matthews can only have so many drops, too, though.
He's constantly checking, but his contract says otherwise, Ronbo.
His contract says he
millions of dollars that we paid him says otherwise.
Kendrick's salary is pretty small.
Yeah, exactly. There's a reason why for that. He's an undrafted player, Ronbo. Come on.
Come on, show. He's an undrafted free agent is why his
You're
contract's
falling in love with a
I'm not. I'm looking at a player who shows me that he can play with a mediocre quarterback. You just said they didn't have a good quarterback in Buffalo. Well, I think he's probably just as good as C.J. Beathard. I don't know about Nick Mullins.
That was one bad year Jordan Matthews
but you know,
and you can't.
And you had a dysfunctional offense
one bad quarterback
for the most part, except for 2 or 3 players. And I'm telling you right now, well, not dysfunctional, people missing. And I'm just comparing the play. Last year, Kendrick had better numbers than Jordan Matthews.
Because it was you can't compare last year to Kendrick Bourne's numbers, Ronbo.
You give Jordan an excuse.
I'm not giving him an excuse.
And you're going to say, that's why I said hating on Kendrick Bourne. And Show, you and I both know hate Kendrick Bourne. This goes back to the draft of 2017. You've hated him ever since.
Can I finish, please?
Please.
Can I finish, please? It takes a lot for me to hate somebody, Ronbo. I don't have a single bone in my body or thought in my head that causes me to hate somebody. It takes a lot.
Okay, well, you dislike him. I'll take the word hate away. Make your point.
It's coming down. The rosters, like I said earlier tonight, the roster is set. We don't know who the players are. We have an idea of who the players are. The guys that are signed are locks.
They're just going through the motions right now.
That's the stone cold truth.
All right, there you go.
That is the stone cold truth.
Because Show sits in the office at Santa Clara headquarters every day, and he knows exactly what they're saying.
Ronbo, Jordan Matthews and Jason Verrett have the same exact contract. They are signed for a year. You cannot say you can keep Jason Verrett and he doesn't have a good preseason,
Listen,
and keep him, and say Jordan Matthews has a bad preseason.
We got to go,
get
but I
rid
just
of
want to
him
say,
right away.
I just
They're
want to say
on
one
the
more.
same
I
contract.
just want to say
As
this
far as
about
verbiage
that.
goes, they're going to stay with us for a year.
Trent Taylor,
and whether people like it or not.
Jeremy Curley had just got a 2-year contract days before Trent Taylor got here. And as soon as they got, they told Jeremy, thanks, but you take care. All right, we
And
gotta go.
one more quick point, please. One more quick point. We are not keeping 7 wide receivers.
Right.
The positions we need 7 players on are cornerbacks and defensive line.
All right,
and that's the bottom line. That's the stone cold truth. We're very thin at cornerback.
He gets the last word. Cornerback. We gotta go. It's
All right,
late.
y'all have a good night.
Good night, Joe. Did you see? Oh, David! Oh God, David, where you at?
I think I just heard Big Show regurgitating his own mouth right now.
No,
Jesus Christ!
I love when he does that.
Right now, I literally took a some anti-anxiety pills right now. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Oh.
So I got something for Big Show.
Good. He needs something.
So Bourne ain't going nowhere, and his new name is Big Showtime Kendrick Bourne. Yeah, so Big Showtime Kendrick Bourne. So, you know. Okay, 6 receivers. 6 receivers.
Mm.
So Goodwin, Trent, let's leave Jalen on this. So Goodwin, Trent, Bourne. Who else? What else we got here? Debo.
Yeah.
Who else?
You're gonna have to put Jalen Hurd in because Jalen just got drafted with a third round.
But Jalen will be a tight end though, right? So we got.
Okay.
We'll probably stick him as a tight end. What do we think? We'll keep 3 tight ends, maybe 3.
Hey, you know what? There's a strategy that could work too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's right. They'll keep 6, but in those 6, Matthews will not be in the 6. That guy's the filler. He's just there as a competition and a filler, just like Dante Johnson is. And shit. Right?
Because you can't write into a contract that you can't be cut.
Nah. He come on, man. He was actually arguing the point that Matthews right now is better than Bourne.
And he does not take into account that Kyle spent way too much time and energy developing Kendrick Bourne. He's not going to just throw him away from Jordan Matthews.
Yeah, no, there's no way. He was probably the one that was cheering on when they got Rashawn Woods and they got rid of Terrell Owens. He's probably thinking the same damn thing, you know? I mean, there's no way they'll do that. No way, man. No way. So I think they might list him as a tight end, man.
Okay,
and then they'll have
Dave, list your tight ends. Okay, I'm looking at George Kittle, Caden Smith, because he's drafted Caden.
Right.
And
okay.
Tololo's got to be in the mix. Maybe not. But, if you want to, between Tololo and Hurd, Hurd wins that one.
Yeah, I mean, because it's kind of hard,
Selleck's
right?
going to the IR.
Yeah, so or they may even stick some guys on the IR when they're not even hurt.
Yeah,
that happens.
They've done it before. Yeah,
it happens. And they go, oh, they don't do that. And yes, they do.
Yeah,
they do it all the time.
There was nothing wrong with Joe Williams last year. Yeah.
No, he was hurt for that one first year, and then after that, he was okay. But they say, oh, he's still rehabbing. But he was fine. But they just wanted to keep him there because they didn't want to lose the talent.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
So receivers, Debo, Trent, Goodwin, Bourne, Richie, and who else? Who would be your 6th?
Did you put Debo in there yet?
Yes, okay, there's Trent, Goodwin, Debo, Bourne, Richie.
Well, that's 5.
That's 5. And shit, you want to make him a receiver, then Jalen Hurts fits right in there. That's 6.
Yeah. So Jordan
Or am I missing
Matthews,
somebody?
but you made Jordan Matthews. So Jordan Matthews does not
No,
make
he's gone.
this roster. Yeah,
He's gone.
David's already cut. Big Show sitting there. I'm gonna have to call back in. So wait till
he's
tomorrow
gone.
night.
That guy, he's out of there, man. Just pretend that you're looking at Dante Johnson and get rid of them both. So package him up.
Oh, Dante's definitely gone.
He's gone.
Yeah,
he's gone. So now safeties. Colbert, I don't know what's going on with that guy. Tart, I think Tart stays.
Yeah.
I think Ward comes back and does get to play, and I think he'll be a reincarnation of Lance Schulters.
Jimmy, I hope because I think Kyle has already penciled him in as a starter. So everybody else has got to take the job away from now. I thought Adrian Colbert might have a job, but Adrian's struggling mightily right now. So it is going to be Tavares Moore, most likely, that's going to battle Jimmy for that starting spot. Actually, if they want Marcel Harris to play, though, David, I got to tell you, look for Kwaski T to be thrown into both competitions.
Yeah,
because he can play with the top.
Yeah, man. See, now on this portion of it, what everybody's complaining about, we're safety. I'm more concerned about the safeties because I think we have a lot to work with there. We might be losing some guys that are good players, man. So, damn, that's a hard one right there. I think everything else they already figured out. I think the one that they're actually struggling with is the safeties, honestly.
Have to be, because you're right.
Yeah, it has to be.
I mean, and also the defensive line. Dave, you have got too many. You can't keep all those guys.
So what would you do? What would you do in this situation? Would you IR Day or Jones, or would you keep Street on the IR even though he's probably back? He's good now.
Oh yeah, and Jones is actually Day's outplaying him now currently, and it looks like Jones is playing with reserves during practice. So he's going to be the number one nose guy apparently, unless things change between now and the next 2 or 3 weeks. So Sheldon Day, but you need two beef run stoppers. But you worry about the fact that you got Eric Armstead, who's a great run stopper, maybe the best run stopper we've got on the team. You don't want to depend on him because his history says he might not make it. So you almost have to keep DJ Jones. That's a really tough one, Dave. Man.
That one too. They're gonna juggle with that a lot too. But I think they'll find a way to keep those guys because I think maybe even though Weston has a great year, Armstead has a great year this year. I think he's out next year.
Maybe for salary wise, they don't want to renew his salary. Yeah.
No, he'll be a free agent. He'll demand money just like Dana Stubblefield after the '94 season. He'll jump over to somewhere like Washington or shit. Who knows? Maybe even the Rams.
The Seahawks will pick up. They'll pick him up in a heartbeat. That's what pisses me off.
Yes, they will. Just like they did with Julian Peterson.
Yeah.
Just like they did with Julian Peterson. Yeah, they'll do that.
But,
oh, man, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
And also, you got Julian Taylor, who's coming on. I mean, Matt Barrows talks about him like he's an absolute force out there. So you figure there's some matchup going on between him and Contavious, maybe. The strongest man on the planet.
Yeah, but
strongest football player.
I think with Contavious, they'll play possum. They'll leave him on the IR and they'll probably bring him on and off. They'll do that. It's possible. Yeah.
Because you got Ronnie Blair to deal with and Robert Saleh. They're going to have to take Robert Saleh. I mean, Robert Saleh says you'll cut Ronnie Blair over my dead cold body because he already said in the presser, if you like winning, you like Ronnie Blair.
Well,
said,
man. Yeah, Ronnie Blair he's good, man. It's so tough. It's so hard, man. So difficult. But I think two quarterbacks, Mullins and Jimmy G. That's it. Beathard, reincarnation of Jim Druckenmiller will be gone. He'll be gone. So they are exactly the same damn quarterback, man. They both suck.
Dave, it's fun stuff. We're going to continue tomorrow before Uber drops everybody else off. But listen.
No problem.
Hey,
Big show.
get your cut list. We're going to start talking about cut lists soon anyway, so you might as well start thinking about who you're going to cut. Because about a week or two, we're going to cover that up because this is tough. Every time you go to the line, the defensive line and the safety.
Have a beer. Have a beer.
Well.
Have a beer on me. Okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, Dave. Be looking forward. Bye-bye. Wait, who is that? Is that Tyler? Wait, Tyler, are you learning to play the guitar?
I know how to play a guitar.
It sounds like I said that's not a recording. That's live. That's Tyler.
Yeah.
All right. Good, Tyler. Shucks, man. Tyler's going to be a rocker, man. Check him out. Well, Tyler,
yeah.
As you know tonight, show has actually circumvented the whole conversation. I mean, we were talking about Jimmy G and his excellent day, and Kendrick Bourne has got him making him crazy. He does not want Kendrick Bourne on his team. But remember, Tyler.
Dude, I'm telling you.
I just want to say
he's an
one more thing.
Rams fan.
I just want to say that he's the same guy did not want my boy Nick and told me that there was no way that Nick Bosa was coming to his team. So he lost a little credibility from last year's picking of Fred Warner.
He had no credibility to begin with.
Uh-oh, show. Oh! But, I mean, that's the thing why.
Ronbo.
Yes.
He shouldn't be. Why are you fooled by his nonsense? He's an undercover Rams fan.
Oh, my God. Tyler, I got to defend him on that, though. I don't think Show's a Rams fan, but he does. What he believes is something.
It's either Rams, Raiders, Seahawks, or something like that.
Oh, he'll be all right. And he's going to be wrong again. I look forward to Show being wrong, just so I can say, Show, I remember when you got Fred Warner and maybe a couple other things you got right, but Show, you're starting to hit a losing streak. That's about 3 in a row that I got you on. There's no Rashawn Gary. And Show comes in and cleans up by saying, come on, you guys should have known. It was all tongue-in-cheek. I started jumping on the we need a wide receiver, and I said, I love the way Show backtracks.
Apparently, did you see that video on the 49ers Instagram today? Joe Staley is walking out to the practice field, and Jimmy's behind him. And Joe's like, yeah, we got Jimmy Garoppolo. And Jimmy's in the background, like, smiling.
Tell you, this team,
funny,
Joe's hilarious, man. And Joe's over there, and he's pissing off Mike McGlinchey because he thinks that Joe's spending way too much time with Nick Bosa. This team is nothing but comedy, man.
Yeah, hey, I want you to give me the stat line from today's practice.
Jimmy G was he? Oh, I had those. But you go ahead. You must have them. What do you got?
No, I don't know what Jimmy's stat line was. That's what I was asking.
Oh, okay, because he was like he didn't miss but about 4 shots. I think he always gets 14, right? That seems to be always an amount of throws he gets in practice. And last he was 5 for 14 on Tuesday, and everybody just got all pissed off.
I wouldn't, because it's like it's practice. I mean, the defense is going to get from your defense. You practice against an offense for long. Most of those guys have been there. They're going to adjust to what the offense is doing. It's practice.
And also, he's not throwing the same receivers all the time. There's lots of guys out there that aren't wired up to him yet. He was 8 of 14 today, and so
he was 8 of 14 the other day too.
Yeah,
but the thing is, we got to take into account. You remember the Atlanta offense in 2016? Matt Ryan was completing the ball to all kinds of different receivers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that 8 out of 14 the other day, he connected with 7 different receivers out of the 8 completions that he had.
Mm-hmm. And also, there was people dropping
Records
passes.
will be broken.
Including Jordan Matthews, who dropped a pass. So, it's not all about the quarterback all the time. And some guys are getting hit right on the numbers, and, of course, that goes against the quarterback stat. Tyler, you know what I think? I think they started adding a stat so it doesn't go against the quarterback's numbers because he can use that on his resume in the future. If a guy drops the ball that was perfectly catchable, I don't put that on the stat with the quarterback. I put that as an error or against the quarterback or against the wide receiver, like they do in baseball.
Yeah, like a drop.
Yeah.
They should put stats out there for, like, it says drop, and drop the ball this amount of times. DeAndre Hopkins had he had 122 targets. You know how many passes he hauled in?
Just about all of them. That dude.
122. Every pass he got his hands on, he caught.
Man, it's like, oh, man, Hopkins.
And by the way, somebody made a great point about Kendrick Bourne. They said that catch against the Seahawks where he caught the ball and got flipped.
Yes.
That catch was great. You also saw the catch against the Jaguars, and
that was
the ball
great.
was surgically placed there. The dude has hands. And think about it. Think about the jump he made from his first year to his second year.
Right.
He was a lot
and
better.
Up till now,
so what's
he's
the
even
third
looking
year
better.
Kendrick Bourne? What's the third year Kendrick Bourne going to look like?
Right.
Just like it takes about 2 years for the quarterback to get 100% comfortable. Now Jimmy and Kyle are going to be thinking the same way.
Mm-hmm.
At least I think they will be.
So they're just going to pick Kendrick up and throw him out? I don't think so. Yeah.
I don't know if the quarterback has to play through the system for a whole first year or not. I don't know if it's just a head knowledge thing. But if it's just a head knowledge thing, Jimmy's going to look really good. And
good points.
I think it's between him, Earl Thomas, and a couple other guys for comeback player of the year. And if he comes back and plays pretty good as a quarterback, he's probably going to win it.
Yeah, because you get more juice for playing that QB position. You're right. So
Yeah,
who else? Earl
and
Thomas, Jimmy. Who else was out last year? If Jarek McKinnon should come in and go nuts, he would be a candidate.
Yeah, they can't count Carson Wentz because he played about 10 games last year.
Yeah.
But Carson Wentz was underrated really good last year. He went and played 10 games, 21 touchdowns, 7 picks. Not bad.
No, he's a good quarterback, no doubt about it.
Carson Wentz,
the baddest luck. He gets hurt just in time for the playoffs. That's really so sad. And now there's Nick Foles running around.
Yeah, I mean, Drew Brees. Look, I mean, people are so scared of the Saints. Drew Brees showed deterioration in the playoffs, man.
True.
It just didn't. So, I mean, let's not be too scared of the Saints. And, I mean, it's the schedule is set up so nice. I mean, the first 2 weeks. I mean, Madden, I'm playing Madden right now, but Madden 20. That's disrespecting our players, man. Do you understand the scale?
Oh, our guys are complaining all over the place about their rankings. It's hilarious.
It's stupid, man. Our best players, they have underrated. Our better players that are really good, they have way underrated. Like they have Fred Warner. Like the highest is a 99, and if you're between an 80, if you're between 80 and 89, you're pretty good. And if you're between a 90 and a 99, you're really good. Well, they have Fred Warner at a 73 when the man had 120 tackles last year.
Heck, Bosa's not getting any love either.
He's a rookie. They do that with all rookies.
They do that. But listen, you've been playing Madden for a while. I've always wondered, though, how do they calculate these rankings? Is it based against percentages from last year? How do they come up with those rankings? I think they do it just.
They don't necessarily just. I guess the people. I think it's people at EA Sports that make the game. They just go player by player, and they kind of just collaborate on what they think the players overall should be, and they put the stats and stuff together and stuff. It's really ridiculous. They have Kwan Alexander at a 79. The last time he was playing, the dude was an All-Pro. So,
but it works though, because everybody's talking about it, Tyler. If they did that as a promotional vehicle, it worked. Everybody's talking about. Even the players are PO'd about their rankings.
They have Jimmy at a 78. It's disrespectful.
It's hilarious.
But it's funny. They got Mitchell Trubisky at a 75, which
makes no sense.
Put him at an 80. I mean, come on now. I mean, he had a good year last year. I mean,
he was okay.
Put him at an 80.
Yeah,
he was okay. I mean, I wouldn't put him at 75. I'd put him at like an 80. I'd put Jimmy at like an 87. I'd have Buckner is only an 87. I'd have him at like a 90.
See,
I would have Kittle at a 95 based off of last season.
Everybody's gonna turn Buckner into some kind of a monster. I mean, he's underrated. He didn't even get picked as far as the top 100 this year.
Yeah, that's ridiculous,
he didn't even
man.
He didn't make the Pro Bowl. He got appointed because Fletcher Cox couldn't go.
He did make the Pro Bowl.
But he was as an alternate.
Yeah. You're right about that.
The coaches had to pick him up. Fletcher Cox hurt himself against the Rams and he couldn't play. So I said, "Oh man, I don't get this stuff." So anyway, that's good.
Yeah, they hate us, man. Just like Jerry Fresh made that video. He said they hate us because of our history.
Exactly.
They hate us. And you know
That's
what?
Fine. They can't stop us.
They have a little surprise in for him this year because I think somebody said earlier Nick Bosa apparently is looking more impressive in practice than Dee Ford.
I was waiting.
That's what I heard.
I'm waiting to see later.
Now,
from what I'm thinking, I'm already thinking that Nick probably has more talent because Nick can also stop the run. If he can equal Ford coming off the edge, he's the guy that's the most valuable edge.
Yeah,
you know?
because think about it, man. I was thinking to myself, I don't know why I predetermined this in my head, but I predetermined that Dee Ford will be the most dominant defensive end on our team, and then that Nick Bosa, since he's a rookie, he'll be pretty good. Well, guess what? If they're both almost like on the same level and they're both incredible, and you got Buckner in the middle, where's the quarterback going? Where's he going? Nowhere.
He's going to tell the
step
coach.
Up and get sacked.
Oh, yeah. He's going to tell the head
Well,
coach,
Solomon Thomas
listen,
apparently
I'm
looks
not
good.
going out. You guys
That's what I
aren't
heard.
paying me enough to put up with that.
Yeah. I mean, Solomon Thomas is even looking good, is what I heard.
Oh, exactly.
Keep him in the middle. He's supposed to be in the middle. I mean, he's too big a dude to put on the edge. So, I mean,
especially on
you put him in the middle.
on certain packages. And Tyler, you got so many options now because now you've got also Eric Armstead's playing out of his mind. So now all those first-round picks are looking awesome.
And then Contavious Street too. I mean, plus they changed the alignment, so it's a wide 9.
Yes,
so, I
on
mean,
certain downs.
They're sort of interchangeable in that formation. So,
well, Tyler, and also you got to remember too, Contavious, they say, is he's still favoring the injury just a little bit, but that's not going to last forever. So now it's like somebody else pointed out. Actually, we have 6 first-round picks because Street probably would have went in the first round as well had not been for the injury.
Yeah, because think about it. In college, he was I think he's defensive tackle, right? So he had Bradley Chubb on his team. He was the one that was drawing the attention away from
That's
Chubb.
exactly right.
The thing is, I think he would have been in a similar situation that Dee Ford was in when he was drafted. I think that Contavious Street would have picked towards the end of the first round, though. I don't think he would have been top 10. But I could be wrong on that.
You know what? It's still in the first round. I tell you something else, too. It is a wrecking crew. No matter what anybody thinks, that 49ers front is a wrecking crew. There's no offensive line. Even the vaunted Dallas Cowboys is going to stop that line entirely. No way.
No, not at all. You got 3 guys. You got 3 guys, man.
And the other guys are playing
Dee Ford
up.
has the fastest get off. You got Nick Bosa. He's going to be fantastic. Buckner is already great. And then what I would do with Contavious Street is I'd hold him out the whole preseason, make sure he's 100% healthy.
Put him on the pup.
And then I let that dog go.
Yeah.
The regular season.
And now, and I still got Ronnie Blair. I'm telling you, and they say Julian Taylor is, Matt Barrows says that guy is.
Julian Taylor is good, man.
Really?
We've noticed that the first preseason game last year. He's good.
Oh,
I don't know why they didn't play him more last year.
Sheldon Day is doing a great job at the nose. DJ Jones is probably going to have to catch up, but DJ Jones could still be his second. Right?
Yeah, I really like Ronald Blair. I really like him. He had 6 sacks last year. Nobody was talking about him. 6 sacks. I think he got one on Russell Wilson too.
Yeah, he likes. It's like Robert Saleh said, if you like winning, you like Ronnie Blair. He said a big smile on his face. I says, look at this. I guess Ronnie Blair made the team, I guess.
The Rams they'll be lucky. They're going to go 8-8. I'm telling you that right now.
Oh, no, I'm serious, man. I'm sick of people saying the Rams are all that
2 of their starting offensive linemen, they lost. They're going to start 2 rookies and move 2 of their other offensive linemen to guard or something like that. It's not going to – they're in trouble. And Goff is in trouble. Especially when he plays us. They got new guys on their O-line with our pass rush that's going to be coming for everybody.
No, he becomes meat.
Russell Wilson had it easy these last couple of years, and yet we were still getting after him.
All right.
For the most part. I mean, but the thing is, now we have such a dominant pass rush now because they said the other day when training camp started. When training camp started, they said the pass rush was noticeably different. And then Robert saw every meeting, big smile on his face, every press conference. Big grin on that bald head. You know? So, I mean,
so people can stop picking on him now. Because I said last year, every year everybody picking up, hey, what has he got to work with there? How are you going to blame it? You can't put a square in a round hole.
They needed time to build the image that they wanted. The thing is, they took too long to find their edges. After the first year, they were like, okay, well, Cassius Marshall looked okay. We'll ride with it. You know, they shouldn't do that. But the thing is, this offseason, they're like, you know what? This edge thing is important. They tried to address it the first year. They picked the wrong guy. I would have with Solomon Thomas. honestly, I would have picked Jamal Adams at that point, looking back on it. But
yeah, I know, right?
They picked Solomon Thomas.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I at that time, I wasn't a Jamal Adams guy, but I also wasn't a Solomon Thomas guy either. Everybody wanted Myles Garrett. So, I mean, Myles Garrett had 13 sacks last year. But anyway, you don't see the vein popping out of Robert Saleh's bald head anymore. You see big grin on his face.
Relax now.
Yeah.
But, hey, Tyler, do you know how things would have been different if we picked up Jamal Adams? You know what? We got to go.
Or if we picked up Myles Garrett.
Oh, yeah. Oh, but we couldn't.
If we picked up Myles Garrett, you never know, man. The thing is, if you're picking one player, if he makes like certain plays, Jimmy may not have gotten hurt last year.
A lot.
Because things would have played out differently.
Tyler,
and then,
every time you see those movies where the guy goes back in a time machine, he doesn't want to change anything because it could ruin the future. It could cause tremendous.
Or he goes back
chain
and
reaction.
One thing,
exactly.
And then everything changes in the future.
Yes, on the entire planet. Hey, but Tyler, we got to go.
It's also, I just wanted to say one last small thing. It's not good that Jimmy got hurt. But since he got hurt, we don't have to worry about him not being smart anymore. Like he's going to step out of bounds next time. He's going to be more aware of what's going on. He's going to be more careful with his body.
All right,
but he should have learned to be more careful with his body once he got done hanging out with Kiara. But whatever.
Oh, you just had to go there, didn't you? Tyler, say good night. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Good night, Ronbo. Love you, man. Forever faithful.
Back,
Jimmy G, stay away from the hoes. Stay out of L.A. We're ready to get some wins this year.
Yes, indeed.
We got the team to win. We got the depth. We got the people. We got Shanahan with the man with the plan. We got Mr. John Lynch. Bye, Pop.
There he goes. That's my nephew. Hey, it's T Breezy, otherwise known as Trez. Trez says, hey, Ronbo, put some red and gold in it. Yes. God, what I did. So that red and gold. Hey, Hey, Trez, looking for you to come on in tomorrow, Trez. And Derek Dawson says, I'm excited about the punter. He is going to be the special team game changer. I think we will use him a lot. Fake punting situation. He's a 4.5-ish. Isn't that ridiculous to have a punter who can run that fast? And he's strong, too. If he does get a guy for some odd reason that comes rushing back down the field, and he's got to deal with Mitch West, thinks he's going to get past him. Whoa. And he has running ability from rugby. I know. And Daniel Andre, he said, hey, sup, fam? Jimmy G having a better day with no Ford and no Buckner. That's good news. Because the reason I say that's good news, and just like Daniel Andre, is because most teams don't have a Buckner and a Dee Ford. People got good tackles and stuff like that we're going to play. But Buckner and Ford, man, that's just ridiculous. Jordan Kelly, happy Friday. Antonio says, hey, Ronbo, and Niner Empire, I think our defense, 10 INTs, 40 sacks, and as wild as those numbers are, that's not completely out of reach. NFC West Devin says, 49ers taking it easy with getting JV back into playing form and building back his confidence, which is a good idea, and it's probably true. It's moving along faster than they thought, though, and they said he's so far ahead of where he should be. So, and a real heat check, take Marquise Goodwin and try to stop him. He did. Jeff Dad, Jason Verrett will be playing with his family and friends in the crowd at Levi's. Jeff, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Okay, anyway, Fluffy Ninja. Oh, in his crowd. Well, in the crowd he means, yeah. Oh, I see what you mean now. Fluffy Ninja says, I'm so excited about the... Oh, check it out. Has Fluffy Ninja come up with the name for that defense? The Lynch Mob D. Can't wait for the preseason to begin. I like that, Fluffy Ninja. Miguel Cuevas. Hey, what's good, fam? Oh, man. I tell you. Oh, yeah, I love that. Raider fans aren't here talking about Nick Mullins. No way. If Nick Mullins did anything better than anybody I've seen in a long time, he beat hell out of the Raiders. I just wish Garcon could have played another week or so. Garcon came out for one game last season, and that was to assist Nick Mullins in just total annihilation of the Raiders. That was funny. Oh, God. All right. Tell you what, fam, I'm going to go ahead and roll on out of here. And looking forward to another Big Show Bourne Day tomorrow. I'll see you for Game 7, Training Day 2019. Good night, Elisa. It's late. Go to bed.